1 in the second semifinal in Hidden Cup 2. We have almost 10,000 viewers here, which is blowing out away any record this channel has ever had. And we have probably Leary and Viper. And Robin Hood didn't choose yellow a single time in the previous 2 sets, Dave. He's starting off the game with yellow, and that pig for Eric the Red is just disaster spot. Is he even going to find that before Robin Hood steals it?
No, I think this is definitely a
I think a restart.
And you look at his map too. He's only got that one wood line. It's an awful map.
Yeah, it could be restart territory indeed, unless he's able to weaken this eagle.
If he kills the eagle and the boar goes back, maybe he considers not restarting.
And if this is Leary and Viper, this boar is probably going to stay here in the middle of the map for a while. Well, look, the boar is just, it's going back. I agree with you, Dave. You never want to call a restart at the start of a best of 5, but when you have a map like this and you're down a pig this early, I think you just have to call it.
He's trying, man. This is insane. Holy.
Yeah, he's not going to get it in. Oh, it's so risky to call a restart in game 1 of a best of 5, though. How fortunate. See, this is why you go with Mesosivs, because you could take the risk to lane and get away with it. How fortunate is Robin Hood that the pig is right there? It's ridiculous.
Dude, I know it's bad to call a re, and he's going to see the boar from yellow, and...
If he sees the sheep and takes the boar, then maybe he'll be okay, actually, but he seems to just be waiting around.
I think his map is just so bad.
His
map
10 seconds.
Is terrible. He should just call it.
He's not calling it.
Nope.
He will play on. Eric the Red is going to steal the pig.
But yellow knows this. Oh. He's going to take the sheep too. Find the other sheep.
Yeah.
Is this MBL? Oh, it's MBL, man.
He'll find the other sheep, send the sheep to the north. Now, Robin Hood, he knows what's up, I think. Robin Hood, he just stole a pig, but now he won't have his. And he's waiting.
He can't decide which way purple's going, but he's got enough exploration to see that purple didn't go to the right side. He looped around to the top side, and he's going to be here to block it. Oh, my goodness.
What a start, man. This, I will say that since Eric the Red is Chinese, losing out on that pig slows you down more than it would slow down Aztecs. But again, no pig for Robin Hood, and then no sheep. And this is going to take a long time now for Eric the Red to bring this back, because Robin Hood is starting to block. Are you kidding me? This has to be the 2 best players in the world. No! Robin Hood is denied the lane.
But he might get the eagle.
I'm not so sure. I think the eagle wins this. It's going to be so close. Oh my god! That's a 1 HP scout! That is a 1 HP scout for Eric the Red. Now, he can't do much with that, but that's actually quite a huge deal. Now, Robin Hood can scout Eric the Red's bad map.
And he can scout his own map, too.
Yeah. Whoa.
This is really turned around for Eric the Red. Losing the eagle like that is a bigger deal than you would think. Well,
I still feel as though Robin Hood will click up faster to Feudal Age, because when Chinese get lamed, it hurts them more than most civilizations. And they'll probably still try and go for something like Man-at-Arms here, Dave. Now, did Robin Hood find his sheep? Where did the sheep go? I feel like he found them. Do you see any purple sheep anywhere? I don't see any.
I saw 2 purple sheep looping around to the top, and those are the ones that are under the TC right now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know if those were Robin Hood's.
Okay. Well, regardless, since Eric the Red has a scout, he can push in some deer quickly, which is nice. Let's talk about the map. I tend to agree with Dave. More often than not, with Hidden Cup Arabia, you're going to have a relatively safe map. Occasionally, I mean, this map isn't a bad map by itself, but it's not near as good as Robin Hood's and not great against Aztecs. 1 wood line, main stone and main gold is probably fine, Dave, but I think the other golds and the stones are going to be a huge concern.
I don't like how it's so open at the front.
Yeah.
Like, the wood line is safe, but you never want to have just one option for wood.
Yeah.
And you want to have a map where there's potential to wall it off at the front. And this one, it'll take a long time to do that.
Well, Robin Hood is starting to wall off his base, and he has the slower civ, so that makes sense. Now, remember, he doesn't have any scouting intel. He probably can guess that his opponent is going for scouts, because that's the norm for Chinese in this matchup. But he doesn't know for sure. And it will be Man-at-Arms. And you know what? Eric the Red, credit to him. He's pushed in 3 out of his 4 deer, makes up for the loss of the pig, built some farms, will probably get the stable up, and he has the scout. So with the scout, Dave, he can see that the militia are coming. This won't surprise him as much.
And he can lure him away from that walling villager a little bit. Yeah, he's going to give himself a bit of time here to put a gate down.
Oh my god.
Quick wall it.
Oh my god.
Another gate.
That palisade's super weak, though. Oh my god, did you see that? Oh my god, Purple had to prioritize both gates, and he will keep the man-at-arms out for now, or the militia, which will soon be man-at-arms, and that's a lot of them. Holy.
Yeah, there's a 5th one on the way now. Great play from him. I love the way he walled to that wood line. A lot of players would have walled diagonally across the front of his base.
Yeah.
But if he gets that completed and gets another one on the right, all of a sudden he has a wood line option to go to.
It's going to be so tough, though, to deal with 5 men-at-arms. So he pretty much just needs to wall them out. And he's going with houses, probably smarter than palisades. And now, will he have the food to create the scouts is the question, Dave, because Aztecs can buy themselves so much time behind this.
He does.
All right.
He does. I think he did get those 2 sheep in from yellow.
Maybe. Yeah, I wasn't paying too much attention. Look at yellow walling. If this is the Viper, this guy is scared of the counterattack that Eric the Red could be sending his way.
Yellow's coming forward with villagers.
Oh, I thought those are wall vills. Okay. Wow. And what a time to cross 10,000 viewers on the stream, guys. Absolutely shattering the previous record, which was 6,000. I think it was 6,100 that we hit. This is without Twitch front page. This is everyone coming in from YouTube, everyone's mom. Thank you guys so much, seriously, for being here. And I hope you guys enjoy the show. What do you think of this forward tower for Robin Hood, Dave?
I'm not so sure about it because Purple can just wall behind that. And he's already placing the archer range down. He's adapted really well to not having the boar and all this pressure coming down from Robin Hood. And now he's going forward with the scouts. And he might be able to sneak in there before Robin Hood closes the gap.
And Robin Hood is not seeing this yet. Robin Hood has this... Oh, he might spot the scouts. You notice how Purple's trying to stop this wall off. You know, normally I would like the tower for Robin Hood. The idea is to break in through the walls so your opponent can't repair the houses anymore. But I don't think that position necessarily gives him much. And the quick wall from Robin Hood. I think we're right on this. I think it is Robin Hood in the yellow, and I think it's Leary in the purple. That villager is saved, and now the quick gates for Robin Hood.
Well, it definitely is Robin Hood in the yellow. I think you mean Viper.
That's what I meant. Yeah. I'm too hyped, sorry.
Oh man, Purple's played this so well, considering the pressure. And now he's going to loop around with the scouts. He ended up killing one of the spearmen from yellow.
Yeah.
And yellow's had idle time on 2 walling villagers for quite a long time now.
And if this is Leary has some excellent micro. Let's see, he runs in with the scouts, he sees the spears, and he'll fight it. As one single spear, he'll kill it. The micro to make sure he doesn't lose a single scout. That was epic, Dave.
Unbelievable. That's 2 spearmen down, and he hasn't lost a single scout to that yet. He's still got 2 idle villagers on his wall, Robin Hood. Ooh, it's kind of backfired on him a little bit here. Yeah,
to go forward instead of maybe play more passive. The thing is, if Chinese can get a comfortable, easy ride to Castle Age, they are better than Aztecs, I think. Knights and skirmishers can be very tricky for Aztecs when they want to go for usually eagles or archers. Robin Hood's coming back with 5 men-at-arms and a spear, and that's just how... That shows you how dominant Eric the Red has been at the start here, Dave. 3 kills and 0 deaths. He hasn't lost a single unit.
He makes it look easy.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. You know how I feel about bringing men-at-arms back, though. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Not a fan at all.
Yeah, I think he could have tried to go to the gold. Eric the Red did tower that. It's just a sign of how bad Robin Hood feels his position is. He can't wall his base, you know? He wanted that right-hand side walled. Funny that the person with the better map is actually on the back foot at the moment. Dave, we talk about Viper's micro, we talk about his gates. What about his macro? Or Robin Hood's macro? 400 food for him, 500 gold. He could beat Eric the Red to Castle Age.
What does he do once he is in Castle Age? Is it Eagle play?
Eagles, I think, yep. He considered getting scale mail armor, and then he canceled that. I don't know if people spotted that.
Great micro from Purple. Oh my god, he only lost 1 scout in that engagement?
And he's had 3 weak ones for a while. And these walls for Robin Hood are kind of panicky walls. And it doesn't save his woodline much from skirm harassment. Ooh, yeah. Eric the Red should probably just attack this one palisade and keep the skirms behind. I am not loving Robin Hood's current position. The only thing I'm liking is his resources, Dave. Look at these walls for him. This is how scared he is of Eric's force.
It's not that scary of a force either, but he can't afford to be delayed.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Eric the Red will be happy to see that there's 8 villagers building instead of collecting resources. And he decides to maybe look towards the front of Robin Hood's base. Now, Robin Hood does have the walls up now. The good base is secured. And so with his ride to Castle Age, he could mass something, Dave. And maybe take advantage of the fact that he's finally got the walls up.
That's an insane Castle Age time from both players, considering the pressure that both of them have had to deal with.
And the late boars as well. Their Feudal Age builds would have been thrown off by a large margin, or in a big way. Just imagine if Purple wouldn't have got the house walls up and the Man-at-Arms got into his berries. That was so important, that one single villager with the gates. So, I'm going to review this. Imagine some people here in the live stream didn't get to see everything in day 1, 2, and 3. The reason, I mean, both of these players are very good, right? The big reason that I think Robin Hood would be Viper instead of Eric the Red is because during one of the sets, Eric the Red Robin Hood globally banned the Vietnamese, which is an obvious troll, and I don't think Leary would ever do that in rounds 1 of a tournament. But anyways, Dave, look what Eric the Red is doing with his scouts now. Scouting the other areas of the map, just like the Viper would do.
Very, very solid.
Yeah.
Super solid. I don't know about sending those archers underneath that tower, wounding them a little bit preemptively. But yeah, he's moving around with the second one now.
What's he gonna do? I feel like Eric the Red should... Oh, he's really heavy on stone, Dave. Maybe he's considering building a castle to secure his base a little bit. This is definitely not the norm. Normally you would see knights and lots of them, but he might be scared of the threat of pikes.
He's in with these scouts, and there's 2 villagers on those farms with very low HP.
Yep, you're right.
Viper, Leary, MBL, Hera would for sure check every single villager in the opponent's base, looking for weak ones.
Are we going to see a castle? A castle for Eric the Red. You know, he started off this game, didn't want to use that restart, Dave. Is just castling his base to keep the massive eagles away. It's different, but it's not bad.
I think he's got a... I would have loved to see that castle secure a different woodline. Maybe the woodline on the right. He needs to diversify a little bit, because he's only got that one area at the back right now. Okay.
Yeah, I can agree with that. There's still very open middle for both, actually, because one of these golds is Robin Hood's, 2 of these golds are Eric the Red's.
Robin Hood losing eagles to that castle. It's a bit sloppy, I think.
He was definitely not expecting it. And what's going on here with these skirmishers? The skirmishers almost killed a Vilt on this stone. Fascinating to me that Robin Hood has gone to stone as Aztecs. I guess that's because he built the tower, right? He wanted to get the stone back so we could build TCs.
Here come the scouts. Here come the scouts. He's going to be looking. There's one weak villager right near the TC.
I see her. Does he see her? Oh, look at this. Oh, nope. Sorry, just kidding. You're not going to kill me today, Spearman. I'm going to run around and look for the other weak villagers on the farms. Oh, you're going to garrison? Great, because you're not going to kill me.
So annoying.
This is so good. He sees one.
Does he go for it?
Oh, he was so close. Wait, there's more. Ah! There is more for Eric the Red. Dude, that Vilt just needs one more hit now.
He's going.
Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Eric the Red gets the pick off. And Yellow should have expected it. I think he was probably focusing on the Eagle Warriors. This is easily the highest level game that we have seen in Hidden Cup 2. This is gonna be nuts.
Dude, I might be wrong, but I just heard an MBL cackle in the background. It's
MBL-like.
That was so MBL-esque.
Yeah, maybe Eric the Red has been MBL all along. Maybe Robin Hood has been Leary. Maybe it is Viper. Who knows, man? Who knows? I do see the Vill count rising a bit for Robin Hood. He's going to his 3rd town center now. When you build a castle like Eric the Red has done, it makes life complicated for you with the TC, so he's just now building his second.
Eric the Red's got to be careful not to get flanked by these eagles.
Look at this split.
As soon as he gets enough Chukanu, the eagles are going to have trouble engaging with that, especially with the knights, but he's got to be careful until he gets to that point.
And a few Mangonels can certainly help, right? A few Mangonels can help Robin Hood, so this is dangerous for Eric the Red. Dave, do you remember the second semifinal? Wait, no, the final for Hidden Cup number 1. It was Viper, and it was MBL. It looked like low lag, and kind of seeing some low lag indications again, but Eric the Red has gone too far forward here. That's not good. Oh,
the Mangonel too, he's trying to micro it!
Oh my god, he does! It's not as bad as it could have been. He's on his way back. He needs to get some more Chukanus in the mix. You know what?
That's a decent trade.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all for Eric the Red. I thought it was going to be much worse. I thought every single unit would die, but the micro from Eric, so strong.
And look at the scouting from both these players. Oh my goodness, this
is nuts.
2 of the top 3 players in the world,
for sure.
I think.
28 minutes in, Eric the Red has most of the map scouted. And then look at Robin Hood's scouting. It's almost identical, man. This is what we're waiting for. This is why we were so pumped yesterday for this set.
Age? Imp?
How? And what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do with a faster Imp? You know, I think perhaps he is scared of the Aztecs in the Imperial Age. So maybe he wants to get Imp first, get Bracer, and push the Eagles? Push the map? Play the map instead of the Civ? I don't know. Because he has to go... He got Ballistics, Dave. So I think he's going to go with a few Knights and Chukanu. And it does seem to me like he might build another castle. So maybe he builds that in the center of this map.
Ooh, Purple's got a scout right by that monk from Yellow in the corner. But Yellow with some great conversion luck.
Oh!
And now he has a scout. And Eric the Red's saying, what?
Oh! Okay. So they're even talking for us now. Okay, this is getting good.
That was the fastest scout conversion I've ever seen in my entire life. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's probably why Eric the Red said that. Also, has to be said, great reaction time from Robin Hood, you know, to see that. Because those scouts are going to be on patrol out there. And Aztecs getting relics, always a huge, huge deal. And already 1 for Robin Hood, most likely 2, and maybe even more. They're out there. He's scouting them right now with a few eagles. Wow, more than a few eagles. Even the scout he converted, Dave. I can't tell who is who. Both of these players are so good. This is ridiculous.
It's kind of ridiculous that Eric the Red is going up to the Imperial Age with 3 TCs, getting all these techs, and I think he doesn't want to engage here. This is too early to fight, man.
I agree. And I think he knows that as well. He got a pick off or 2. He backs up. Now, Robin Hood is on the way to Imp. He did gain a Vil lead because one of his town centers was not producing... because one of Eric's TCs were not producing Vils, as he was upgrading to Imp. Oh my god, Eric the Red is housed now. MBL confirmed.
So, what's the plan here for Imp? He's getting Bracer.
Forward castle. I think he needs to get his map control back. It would not surprise me to see him build a castle right smack in the middle here after completing Bracer. And Eric the Red has even run back, building a defensive castle. So yeah, Eric the Red just wants the map, Dave.
Yeah, and Robin Hood forced to put a castle down. He kind of needs it since he's going up to Imperial so quickly. That castle from Eric the Red, I don't mind it because it's behind that cliff. It's really awkward for Robin Hood to attack.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a castle with so many cliffs around it on Arabia? That's perfect. That would mean Robin Hood would need Trebs. 1 eagle for Robin Hood is definitely not going to stop that, but at least he knows it's happening. And Eric the Red is knocking on the door, man. He wants in through this house.
And look, he's making another TC at the south. These players are so good at expanding their map control.
This is awesome stuff. It's very, very rare that you see this level, even in rated games. Even in rated games, because the top 3, they kind of play lackadaisical in rated games. When you have big tournaments, big prize pool, this is what comes of it. And Eric the Red is going to build another castle. Now his army's kind of trapped though.
He's trapping his
Kill the house quickly. Wait, that house won't even free him. Kill the barracks.
And Robin Hood's actually getting Atlatl or Aflac upgrade for his skirmishers to deal with the Chukunu.
Yeah, Skirms and Eagle's going to be strong. And that means that Eric the Red will need Chukunu champion, I think. Just does he have the eco for it? Both players are level on 87 villagers.
If you would have told me that the Chinese player in this situation was going to go fast imp castle push, I would say you're nuts.
But I'm not sure if it's going to work at this point, but it's given him his best shot with this map. And
rocketry coming in. These Chukunu are going to be so tough for the Eagles to take out. They're going to shred Eagles.
Still no answer to the skirms, Dave. And Robin Hood is being extremely patient. Oh, I say patient. He's actually sending Eagles around. And now we have a lot of outposts from Eric the Red. This Eric the Red guy, is it MBL? It's not an outpost rush. He just wants to see exactly what Eric the Red is up, or where Robin Hood is, you know.
And he's coming in with the Chukunu. This is extremely aggressive.
Yeah, the Eagles could easily loop around with the skirmishers on the other side. These skirms are no joke. I think that Eric the Red needs to bail here. I think he needs to bail. It's not ideal, but he could lose his castle, and if he loses his castle, his whole army could die. Robin Hood is even going for raids in the south, Dave. So Eric the Red could lose his army, and he could lose all of this extra eco.
I wouldn't underestimate the power of rocketry Chukunu, though. I think they still win in a 1v1 against these skirms.
What Eric the Red doesn't have right now is mobility. And as I say that, Cavalier upgrade's on the way. So instead of Champion, which is a bit slower, he'll go for Cavalier. That's a good move versus Skirmishers and versus the Eagles. But I don't know how much time he's going to have to mass them. Because here comes Robin Hood. He's already trapped down one castle. He'll go for the next one. Eric the Red is beginning to look frazzled, man. And he could be... Okay, I didn't plan on this rhyme. He could be unraveled.
And Robin Hood, as soon as he pushes back that army, placing 3 TCs on the right-hand side.
Wow. Immediate expansion. The quick wall there from Eric the Red. It's not going to work because the Eagles will get there anyway. But, you know, these Knights are going to have some decent upgrades soon. The Chukunu are on the way back. I think the concern is that Eric the Red can't hold the front of his base. He invested so much into that forward, Dave, and Robin Hood kind of invited him in there and is pushing him right back. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that third castle might have been a bit too much. The second castle was fine, but the third one was a bit questionable. We'll see what he can do here.
Yeah, had he built that castle maybe near the south, then he secures that area of his economy. But he's going to learn from that, and I'm sure he knows. Wait, these Eagles weren't even elite Eagles? I didn't realize that. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it up. Now, elite Eagle now, which makes these a lot stronger than they were before. He was prioritizing the skirmishers. And most of the Eagles are going to die here.
Okay, Stable's coming down on the right side from Eric the Red. He realizes that he needs to raid and mix up his line of attack a little bit.
And Yellow distracting a whole group of Chukunu while running around with this one single Eagle in the back. And Eric the Red is paying attention to this as well. He wants to trap this thing in so he can get rid of it. Just the small things, man. Ridiculous. I'm loving this game. And I would only say Robin Hood has the lead because he has 3 relics as Aztecs. Everything else, I kind of like Chinese. Cavalier Chukunu, it's a bit more mobile, at least the Cavalier are. And I think it's stronger pound for pound than Skirmisher Eagle. 160 population for Eric the Red. It's 150 for Robin Hood. And it could be a lot worse for Robin Hood if he lets the Cavalier raid his golds here. Remember, this other gold for Robin Hood is very far forward. So 2 out of his 3 golds were bad. It's just that the starting point of his base was great.
This is a lot of army coming forward from purple, and Robin Hood's army is out of position to defend the Trebs and the Mangonels.
Wow, so the Mangonels, which probably wouldn't have helped much anyway, will die, and Eric the Red is going to patrol in the Chukunu. I think he'll take this gold away from Robin Hood yet again.
He's being attacked at the south, though, and he doesn't realize. He's losing gold villagers down there.
Oh, and Robin Hood splitting the Eagles, Dave. So he's on 2 of the gold TCs. 30 Vils could die there if Eric the Red does not pay attention to that.
But Eric the Red raiding with Cavalier on the gold from Robin Hood.
Oh my god! This is like one of the best games I've ever casted, and it's in game 1 of a semifinal. Holy shit. This is so good.
There's so much going on in this map right now, and both players don't realize the raids are coming in. They both lost so many villagers.
Both players hit 2 TCs. Now Eric the Red is going to run into the economy. This is actually much better for Eric, because the Cavalier could hit so many farmers and lumberjacks.
And he still hasn't realized he's losing villages.
Oh, God. Yeah, so I say it's much better, but it is a 20 Vil lead at the moment for Robin Hood. Okay, he reacts. Now that, you see that, and you're tilted as a player. See this many dead bodies? Because you feel like you've done a good job, and then you realize the hard way that your opponent has hit you. And while Robin Hood, he has more Eagles, and he has skirms on the front, Dave. And he also got Garland Wars. He has no shortage of gold.
He's still getting hit in his eco, though.
Yeah. That's important for Eric. Eric doesn't win this game if he doesn't raid and use his speed. This is good. It's good that he's still able to do this. If at any point he's not, then it becomes a big, big problem for him. Okay, so let's think this through a little bit. Does Eric the Red need to do anything else, and does Robin Hood need to do anything else, or is it just more of the same? Because
Eric the Red needs to grab the relics for sure.
Yeah.
The remaining 2 relics to have any chance in the long game here.
Yeah. I think you get the relic. Does he see this one? He does not see it. That's really unfortunate for a guy who scouted most of the map. Relics is one thing, but composition-wise, anything? Or do you just continue doing the same?
Do you mix in bomber towers if you can? It's expensive.
I think it's a smart move, actually. Just a few bombard towers on your vulnerable areas would snuff out the eagle raids pretty quickly. The only reason I actually brought that up was because the massive Atlatl skirms that Robin Hood has is ridiculous. 9 range versus the 7 range of the Chukunu. I feel like those skirms are going to be tough to deal with.
Siege ram, maybe?
I was thinking that, but then you have Eagles and Pikes with Garland Wars, which would kill them quickly, so possibly. Speaking of strong skirms, Robin Hood actually walked in here with skirms to kill 6 Vils on gold. So it definitely feels like Robin Hood is taking more control of the game, Dave. He is castling his vulnerable gold on the right, and he will probably finish off these stables. Eric the Red needs an answer. He needs to somehow continue these raids and defend himself in the center.
Mm-hmm. I do like the fact that he's got both the neutral golds under his control, but that's only going to last so long.
Yeah. It's only 3 relics for Robin Hood, but it's 3 versus 0. And it's Aztec relics. For a while there, both players are going back and forth, and oh, now Eric the Red would like to lock down his hill. He does have Elite Chukunu, and he has a few Cav joining the fight, so he will kill these Eagles, no problem. Probably not the best fight for Robin Hood to take, and Eric the Red will get the castle up. I like that. That's the alternative to the Bombard Tower. Just build castles on your flanks.
I was thinking the Bombard Tower is more of an aggressive push in towards that secondary gold area from yellow, because there's 2 golds there. That's super important to control. Well,
we have 3 golds in this middle area now, one of which is Eric the Red's, and then 2 of which are Robin Hood's, and Robin Hood has pretty much secured his. So he is more secure over all the important resources with the relics and the golds. Eric definitely needs a push.
Okay. Weird. Onager with Cavalier running around. I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, I was initially thinking Onager for Eric the Red to hope he could kill the skirms, but I think for both of them it's risky. Maybe it's just a case of Robin Hood having the gold to use. So he doesn't have to worry about not getting that gold back because he has the Aztec relics. By the way, Dave, we now have more viewers on the stream than we did with Twitch front page on Friday.
Wait a second, what? How many do you have?
In game 1 of the semis, 11,300 people are here watching. And
the moms! The moms came!
The moms showed up. And Bombard Tower is going to show up for Eric the Red.
Okay.
Guys, I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. Thank you for being a part of this. This game, though, has been so good. This wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for these players either. Oh my god!
Onager. Uh-oh.
Ooh, but... Oh, the gate from Robin Hood! Viper confirmed! The quick palisade gate to keep the scouts out. They're not even like Cav yet, but that was to protect the Trebs and the Onager. Nutty move, man. That was so good. And I love how Robin Hood just used the cliffs to his advantage there. Eric the Red has got to be kicking himself that he didn't lock down these cliffs earlier.
Well, he tried with the castle.
Yeah.
I think his third castle should have been near this area too, instead of that far forward.
Oh my god, and the Chukunu, this is not good. Eric the Red has looked away. He must be doing something else. They're doing a lot. And now he can send the Cavalier and the Chukunu in. Now this is much better, and this is going to be an interesting fight. I think it's a fight that Eric the Red can win.
He's got to avoid the Onager shots, though.
Yeah, there's still a few Onagers there, Dave, and those Aztec pikemen shredding the Cav. You normally don't think pikemen are going to have the strength there, but with 4+8 attack, how can Eric even approach this army?
So he's building bombard towers at the south to try and deny those raids that keep hurting him over and over again.
Yep.
He's actually sending more villagers forward as well to make bombard towers.
Oh my god.
Maybe push a little bit from the right.
Look at the top right. The tech that's coming in for Robin Hood.
Oh, Jesus. Siege Onager?
Only possible with the gold he has. Only possible with the relics. This is looking worse and worse for Eric the Red, who's played such a good game now, man, but he's pretty much only defending. He can't take this gold. He's building bombard towers because the Eagles are shredding him. Yellow has more villagers, he has more stable economy, and I think his composition is better too.
Purple still pushing on the right-hand side with some bombard towers.
Ooh.
He's also pushing at the top with a siege workshop and bombard towers as well. Maybe he wants to open up some new fronts, get in and raid Robin Hood's economy.
Yeah, it's a good point. You know, the main fight is not good for him, especially once Siege Onager completes for Robin Hood. So if you hold in the middle and somehow push on the sides and use that speed you have, there is some potential. And that's actually what Robin Hood was doing for a while, if you remember. He was the one defending, and he was the one raiding, but now the positions switch.
So if he gets into Robin Hood's base here, he could do a lot of damage.
Definitely. And we've seen games with Robin Hood, actually, where the player who has more gold has lost.
Look, he's still pushing with bombard towers. Robin Hood has no idea that these purple bombard towers are coming down on the right side of his base.
And he's also going to kill the trebuchets from Robin Hood and keep his bombard towers up.
He's back in this, man. He needs to grab those relics right now, though.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't scouted one of them. It took a long time to collect them. I don't think the Siege Onagers are going to survive all that long for Robin Hood, and that's a lot of food and gold wasted if it doesn't work for him. Look at that. The Light Cav immediately picked him off. Dave, I thought that Eric the Red was leery the whole way into this game, but I'm not convinced. I think this could be MBL. Yeah.
The late game plays, MBL might be the best late game player in Age of Empires.
Behind Viper. I think behind Viper... because Viper does one thing well, and he always secures resources, so he doesn't run out. And that's exactly what Robin Hood has done. He got the relics early. That's something that Eric the Red has not done. And he has prioritized those gold. But man, there's so much gold left on the map. There's 6,000 gold left on the map. It's all in the center. And Eric the Red is kind of taking that back right now.
And he's also forcing Yellow to make a castle on the right-hand side to combat the bombard towers. Forcing him to invest there.
Yeah, and great lumber economy here for Robin Hood. This shows how good this player is. And now he's going Ram. I think this is good. I think Siege Ram might have made a bit more sense than Siege Onager, because Onager hasn't done much for him yet, but Rams can kill those towers and soak up some of the shots from the enemy skirms.
Okay, finally got the relic. Here we go.
Okay, so we got one relic. Does he see the other one? He does.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. He needs to go to the north, I think. And he's trying, but Robin Hood had Onager there.
More bombard towers coming down on the right side. Purple's just not giving up over here.
Okay, here's a question. If this is MBL and Viper, what player do you think tires faster, MBL or Viper?
MBL never gets tired.
I know, he plays like 13 hours a day, so this is a strat, man. Even if you lose this game, just make this best of 5 go on as long as possible and get Viper tired. That's what I was thinking as well. For those that don't follow MBL's stream, he quite literally has days where he'll stream 10 hours, like multiple 10-hour days a week, just non-stop games.
He also loves games that go like 2-3 hours plus.
And he's so good. You know what he does, Dave? He prioritizes wood lines. And I'm looking at Robin Hood. If this game goes on for another half hour, all the wood's going to be near the center. That's a possibility.
This is a massive fight. Wow.
Look at the HP on these armies. So much more HP for Robin Hood. Just because of the skirm numbers. And, well, no, the ram numbers, I think, is the deal breaker there. But I don't think Robin Hood's going to win this. I don't think he's going to hold this.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful he doesn't lose his trebs either. That's a big investment. That's what deals with the bombard towers.
A few minutes ago, I thought that Eric the Red could be on the verge of defeat, but I'm not so sure now, man. This is ridiculously close.
And look at the way he's pushing on the right-hand side. He's now taking wood there. You were right. He's securing the wood lines.
Yeah. He has 2 large wood lines denied. And if he gets stables up on the right and can raid, then maybe. I think the concern is that Robin Hood for sure will have the resources. He has food and he has gold. I'm not seeing the food count for Eric the Red. Fortunately, with Capture Age, we could see it's because he's producing a lot of light cav. But Yellow's reinforcements in the center, huge there to keep his trebs alive. And it's not a good sign for Eric the Red that he has to back up now.
I mean, you're talking about food count, but Eric the Red has 74 farmers.
That's true, yeah. He's just spending a lot more food with the light cav. I'm just scared because if it becomes skirm v skirm, then the Aztec skirms are better. All Yellow needs is to have the res to make these pikes non-stop, and Yellow definitely needs to clean up these towers, Dave. Oh, Bowsaw, past an hour. Obviously not Viper or MBL or Leary. No wonder he's having wood problems.
How much does that hurt?
Jeez.
Wow.
It's first game of the series, guys, alright? Any small mistakes, probably because they're just warming up.
This has been insane. What a game.
I know. And I still have no clue who's going to win. Eric the Red has more population. He has 2 relics now. So he has some gold income. What is happening? What is happening? Dave, honestly, isn't this one of the best games we've ever casted?
Yeah, this is, especially to start out a set, this is absolutely amazing. The players aren't making any mistakes.
Look at the line of sight for both players, guys. Virtually identical. They see so much. Back to the fight now. I really fear for Robin Hood. I mean, the fact that he's going to lose some trebs now when he's the one who should have control of this game is a bad, bad sign. Yeah, the treb... Okay, 1 treb goes down.
Look at where the new stables are going to go from Eric the Red on the right-hand side.
In the corner now. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. He just needs that gold. Okay, I think Siege Ram is something that Eric the Red needs to get. That could help him out even more than it would help Robin Hood. Because Chukunu, they're alright killing rams. And as long as Eric the Red has a few of them, it'll help. There's nothing like Chukunu that Robin Hood has to kill rams. A few eagles, maybe, but that's it.
Also, when you get into the super late game, I know the Aztec skirms are good, but I think having the ability to create light cav is a better option.
Yeah,
They're
the
a
speed.
faster unit, they can raid.
Well, that's if you hit the right spots, and that's exactly what Eric the Red is doing. Look at him hit the wood lines. Look at all the dead bodies on the wood lines for Robin Hood. And he tried to build a lumber camp here, and Eric the Red's like, no. And not only that, Eric the Red is going to farm in his corner. He's stealing the farm space, boys. Oh my god.
He's just got to make sure he doesn't let Yellow have that gold for too long. Keep pressuring it. I would love to see those trebs hit that mining camp from Yellow, and then just sit there and defend the trebs so that he can't take the gold.
Yeah, Vivi style, right? I just got a virus and threat protection notification from Windows, probably because this game is so sick. Jeez. Oh, the Eagles got in. Don't cringe. That was good. The Eagles get in. Purple is trying to quick wall these Eagles out. He'll be fine, though. He'll be fine. He defends from the raid. Stop booing me, chat. Stop booing me. That was good. I saved that one.
He pushed him off the gold, and he's raiding again on the right-hand side. Oh, goodness.
Dave, at this point, I kind of have more faith in Eric the Red. If he's able to keep the right-hand side raids going, I kind of have more faith in him. It's so tough.
It looks like he has a plan, and it doesn't look like Yellow has a plan. Eric the Red has to avoid losing that castle to 1 ram, though.
Wait, where?
In the south.
Oh no! The Red, well, he sees it. He sees it. It's all right. He's got this. Yeah, that would have been a disaster. Just look at the population. You know, this is where we need rams. We need Eric the Ram to ram. Because Yellow has so many buildings he's producing and reinforcing. You need to stop that, Eric.
Watch this bombard tower from Eric the Red. That's such a good bombard tower on that wood line.
I don't see it, Dave.
It's right near the gold from Yellow.
Oh my god. This is so MBL. This is so MBL. It has to be. And Eric the Red is pushing the gold back. And so Yellow is making eagles.
He's making more production buildings, more stables near the 1 gold left on the map. Yellow's in trouble.
I keep thinking that, and then I think Purple's in trouble, then I think Yellow's in trouble. This is back and forth. All that Robin Hood... Well, I don't want to say all that Robin Hood needs to do. There's a lot of things he needs to do. I think he needs more eagles in his main fight, Dave, and he needs to clean up the back of his base. He's cleaning up the back of his base, and he mixed more eagles into the main fight. So that, in my opinion, shifted back into Eric the Red's favor. But Eric needs to do the opposite. He needs to raid. Like, that is essential to his game plan here. And then he needs to push here, and he's lost it now, Dave. I mean, not the game, but this position. It looks good. Holy shit, this is ridiculous. Look at the KD, Dave. It's almost even. The scouting's almost even. The population is 172 to 172. This is why Age of Empires is alive 20 years after its introduction to the gaming scene. Holy cow.
Exactly. Yellow is running out of wood at his own base too, and because of that bombard tower, he's only got that 1 wood line on the right now. If Purple notices that.
He needs to. He's building another stable here. He needs to continue to focus there, because if it becomes Death Ball versus Death Ball, now I think maybe, since Yellow's had so much gold, and because he has the skirms, he might be able to hold this. But I flip-flopped even in my cast. I said that Yellow wouldn't have enough, and then he rebounds. It's just near perfect play for both.
That's a really good TC from Yellow. Secures that gold. He's got the Siege Onager following up behind, but Purple's gained numbers now, and now he's got the Trebs out to hit the TC.
Yeah, so that TC just goes right down. I think we need to keep an eye on that farm number for Eric the Red. Because as far as I can see, as long as he still has 80 farms, he can spam Light Cav all day. So if Yellow can change that, then maybe Purple runs out of resources and Yellow can finish this off. But look at this fight for Eric the Red. He's going to clean up another batch of skirmishers and pikemen. It's just non-stop.
I hope you guys gave Hidden Cup 2 finals a lot of time, because we'll be here for a while.
Yeah, if you have any plan, I said that people should cancel their plans for Thursday through Sunday, but you should probably cancel your Monday plans as well, because this is going to be a late one. This is only the semi. From what I've seen here,
tower. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, from what I've seen here though, and this is only game 1, whoever wins this semi is going to have a huge edge going into the final. My god.
So the bombard tower, Yellow was trebbing it down, but he unpacked his treb too early because he thought he had it, and now it has 100 HP left, and he killed like 5 villagers.
And now he's using the treb again. That is funny. The small things, man. And here comes the farm raid. So if Robin Hood can hit these farmers and kill them, then the main fight gets a bit easier. He's also prioritizing population space in the south, though, which could give Purple a chance to take this gold back. Ridiculous game. 1 hour and 16 minutes in game 1 of a semifinal. I think the longest game of the set soon. Or the series or tournament.
I think Purple needs to kind of regroup here, assess where he needs to hit and what he needs to win. If he could take this gold back and get access to gold, it would be great, but he can't afford himself. He can't afford to lose all that eco at the back of his base.
Yeah, It's prioritization of your military now, because both are at around 100 vils. Where you have your army is very important. I know that it's kind of impossible for Eric the Red to get the gold to produce the rams, but I think that rams would help him here if he could somehow get siege ram. Because the problem is not the fights. He has more kills. The problem is that yellow can reproduce. Yellow has all these buildings, and the second that yellow loses those buildings, then this is an easy victory in the middle for Eric the Red.
He's having wood problems. Big time.
Who are we talking about?
Eric the Red.
He is having wood problems. We can't check the mill to see how many farms are queued up with Capture Age. That's actually important. Maybe add that to the list. But Dave! Look at the gold now! Purple's all over it!
He's got access. He's got access to the gold now.
Could maybe make those rams. Has defended from the attack that Robin Hood tried on this side. Robin Hood has a bunch of pikes over here. They're not doing anything for him at the moment. And Eric the Red... Where's the siege, man? Just get some siege. Get some villagers forward to get the gold. This is his moment. He has to take advantage of it. I think he can do it, Dave. I just would love to see vills come forward, you know?
Well, it's unfortunate for him because he doesn't even have enough wood to build a mining camp, so...
Yeah.
He does have his mill fully queued with
Oh my god.
though, so.
Oh my god. Yellow's farms are expiring. So his mill is not queued up with farms, and he only has 20 wood. That means he's having massive wood problems, which means he might not be able to make skirmishers and pikemen. His population plummets down to 140. Is Eric the Red gonna win this?
Yellow's not really succeeding with a push on either side. He's trying to come in again at the bottom, but I think Eric the Red can defend that, and Yellow doesn't have anything to answer the push in the middle.
Okay, so... The problem for Eric is that he can't push this easily. I think he needs to send the light Kevin and raid, and then follow up with some siege. Still not taking the gold. Eric the Red doesn't need gold. That's the biggest population difference we've seen in half the game. Maybe the entire game.
This is insane. Yellow's got to do something to stop this.
I think he's having res problems, Dave. Hey, look at his farming eco. He needs wood and food to produce scrims. Purple is back on another wood line. This is MBL. He's denying the wood. This is what he's known for.
He's building stables again at the south, so he's going to start sending in raids again. He's finally on that gold. I think this is over. I think Eric the Red has turned this around.
He just has to finish it off. It would be so disappointing if he doesn't win the game now. I love how he's spreading the light cav up, hitting this other wood line now. He is truly everywhere. The APM is off the charts for Eric the Red. He's all over yellow. If he just had rams, you know, just a few rams, all of these buildings would have died by now. The problem is yellow is producing. He's waiting for his moment to ungarrison.
Yeah, I think Purple's got to get... He's got a couple siege onagers garrisoned in there. Purple's got to get his forces together.
Yeah. Yeah, just ram at home. Just build some siege workshops, Eric. Oh, a bombard tower? Okay, this is a good position for it. He has to know there's a siege onager inside these siege workshops. Yellow's pop spiked back up, Dave. I don't know how he was able to solve that economy problem, but he did. There still will be light cavs roaming around, killing vills. Oh, there's the siege onager, and yellow ejects the siege onager on the other side of the gate, which was super smart, and the attack ground on the light cav was sick as well. Still not going to be enough, though.
Good. Another attack ground on the light cav.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why Eric didn't try and kill that, but he focused the skirms first, which isn't a bad idea. I mean, I don't know who the players are for sure, but I think considering the circumstances, the better player has been Eric the Red, because he doesn't have the relic bonus as Aztecs. He doesn't have as many relics. He didn't have that map control with all of... This was one of his goals, you know, for the longest time. Yellow is stabilizing, though, and I still don't know who's going to win.
Well, I think this access to gold gives Eric the Red more Chukanu, and he can use that to push on the right-hand side.
Yep.
It might even give him enough gold to buy more stone for bomber towers. You can see he's pushing him with bomber towers onto the farms now.
He's getting closer and closer, isn't he?
Yep.
Getting closer and closer, and yellow has to react to both sides. Yellow is not winning a single side of the map. It is 75 military for Eric the Red. He has 36 light cav queued up in 10 stables. Thank you, Capture Age. And
Yellow's running out of wood on the right.
Oh!
Yellow has very little wood left.
Is this it? Is it gonna end soon? It feels like it's gonna end soon. 1 hour and 26 minutes in. Yellow's completely overwhelmed. He has to be shook. I would be so surprised that I was losing this if I were in Yellow's shoes.
Relentless pressure from Purple. He's putting production buildings down in Yellow's base now. He's got bombard towers coming out there. Yellow brings out a trip, but I think if Purple sees that, he can take it down. Oh my goodness.
That's gotta be game. There's no way that Yellow can come back when he's this surrounded. He would have to reboom in the right corner. He's gonna lose this area.
Is this another bombard tower on that wood line coming forward from Purple? He's sending his villagers forward. Maybe going to
Has
gold?
to be. Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be something to take away those resources. He knows that Yellow has to migrate out there. He sees Yellow doesn't have a lot left here.
Yellow gonna lose that treb?
He's repairing it. I mean, what's the trip giving him, though, you know? It's just attacking skirms? He's not doing anything.
And oh, Purple's on the wood line to the south. That
With
is so
Chukunu.
painful for Yellow.
I know the population is still a 30 difference, but I think the GG comes in here. I think the GG comes in here. Purple's everywhere. And he can't just send pikemen now to deal with these light cav if Purple parks the Chukunu in the right spot. He cannot run into the TC fire. Yes, he's paying attention to it, Dave. He'll just sit there. Look at the amount of light cav he has.
That's such a good place to sit. I'd love for him to send Chukunu to the wood line in the middle as well. I think that would be the GG moment for sure if he did that.
Might be doing it. He has some light cav and Chukunu here. He's completely surrounding Robin Hood. Robin Hood's losing all of his skirms. And the monastery's there, so he won't have the benefit of gold. Gold hasn't even been doing anything for him.
This treb, though, it's survived a lot. It's seen some stuff, man.
Fascinating,
Credit to
man.
both players.
I know, like
Neither one of them giving up.
And Purple has the Chukunu. Yellow's rebuilding a lumber camp there. Purple, if you notice this, he notices the Chukunu. He's gonna sit him behind the wood line. What does this man not see? How awesome is it that we have 12,000 people here witnessing probably the best game I've ever casted? This is unreal.
I think Yellow's trying to combat those Chukunu on the right side as well. He's trying to get rid of them. He finally does, but the treb now coming out from Purple, it's going to take that castle down in the middle for Yellow, and then that wood line's going to be totally exposed.
Eric the Red's getting Siege Ram. I commend both players for staying alive as long as they have here, but I think it's just a matter of time now for Robin Hood. That score lead that he had, that dominant score lead, slowly disappearing, so he'll know. Once he sees Siege Ram, I think he'll know that he has no answer to that. And his buildings will start going down, which is the key. That's something that Eric the Red needed to do a while ago.
Yellow,
holy cow.
Going out to the right side for wood. That's a long way away from his base.
Yeah.
And now Purple sees it.
Purple does see it. He'll have to react to that.
How is Yellow still in this game?
Because we're looking at two of the best players in the world. That's how. But the thing is, I don't see him pushing back from this situation. What does he push back with? He's way behind in control. So I do feel like there's no way that Aztecs push back from this position because they don't have that speed. Yellow would have to do a bit of the same. He would have to hit this wood on the right and push back in the center. But there's too much.
He actually bought stone, which is expensive for a TC on the right-hand side, but if Purple sees that, he could just buy stone for a bombard tower.
Yeah, just a few skirms at Chukunu. Purple does see it. He leaves the wood line now. There's quite a few pikes from Yellow to defend that. 171 population to 175? What?
Oh my goodness.
What? Like, we're not wrong in saying that Purple probably should have died at some point, and that Yellow probably should have died at some point. Purple's kind of running out of wood. Dave, he needs wood. Okay, he does have some behind his treb, but in the south, the only wood he can get is the wood that Yellow just built the TC on. Well, kind of. You know, there's a bit more there.
He's getting wood in the north. Okay. He's secured that area, and I think this castle is going to go down finally for yellow. How long has this been
Too
up
long.
here?
Too long. Eric the Red should have tried to go Rams earlier. And suddenly yellow's rebounded with a lot of pikes and skirms, and yellow has more population than Eric the Red.
I think the biggest thing for yellow, though, is that wood issue again.
Mm-hmm. The raids.
Purple knows exactly where he is, yeah.
That's something purple can't stop doing. Raiding.
But he's lost a lot of light cav again in the middle, and yellow's got that massive army there.
Dave, it's 70 plus army. Wait, no, I looked at the stone. Shit. It's not the stone count. That would be bad. It is 78 military for yellow, and it is 70 for purple. Thank God for Eric. It's not the stone count. Stone count would be pretty bad. 77 to 25.
Eric the Red's resources are stretched, and Robin Hood still has food in the bank.
See, I'm not convinced with the whole stretch thing because he does have 38 light cav queued up with 500 food.
True.
So
True.
He's actually fine. That's why I keep looking at the farm counts. And I'm not seeing any expired farms for Eric the Red, so something tells me that he has...
Ooh,
oh, I just heard
Castle
one.
went down in the middle. Castle went down in the middle, and that means Robin Hood is now housed.
Oh, he's housed! He didn't prepare for that!
That's big.
That is huge, and the relics are not far away from this, Dave.
And look at the light cav raids on the right-hand side. He's got so many over there.
Thankfully for yellow, he does have some pikes patrolling around here, and he has the castle. And now purple is back on the wood line that yellow TC'd. So yellow is going to run into those wood problems we've talked about time and time again in this game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This entire game has been unreal. Yellow's behind again.
Do I want to say this is the GG moment again?
I feel like if we don't say it, then it happens. So it should be the GG moment, right? It should be. But yellow has shown us that he's resilient. My God. Oh, by the way, there's only 48,000 wood left on the map. Look below the minimap, everyone, so... There's also 308 food out there, so if you're having food problems, find the deer, or whatever that is. I think it is, Dave. We'll have to see if yellow can get his population up. But I do think it is.
He's trapping the monastery. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
Once the relics come out of that monastery, that's got to be it.
Oh my God.
What a game.
The most ridiculous game I've seen in years. If not ever. This is unbelievable. I thought both players were done and dusted multiple times. The monastery's now down. And so no relics for Aztecs. So no eagles. And if there's no eagles, it's just pikemen and skirm versus light cav and skirm. And light cav and skirm are better.
He hasn't resigned.
No.
He's still going.
Still going, man. I mean, he should. If you put this much time, you're not going to resign easy in a game like this. You better try. Especially when there's so much, like, pride and prestige on the line. Especially if this is Viper. Because if this is Viper in the yellow, he's expected to win every 1v1 tournament. Wow. I do see yellow is creating, or was creating another monk. Yeah, there's another monk there. You could tell he's confident because, oh no, the monk goes down! The light cav sniped it. Oh my God, why even build the monastery there? He's desperate now. He needs to get it as soon as possible. I love how Eric the Red spotted that, Dave. Look at the purple on the map, closing in on the yellow.
That wood line is getting smaller and smaller.
It's over now. Yellow doesn't have a lot queued up, and he doesn't have many resources. He doesn't have wood to make pikes and skirms. See, he just tried to queue up pikemen, and he's only making one. Look at the difference in the units that are being produced. This is where the GG comes in. Right here. Once yellow realizes that he can't produce, once yellow sees that there's light cav and Chukunu all over him on the right again, we'll finally see it. And oh my God.
Oh, what a game.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
How do we top that? Can we go back, tell them to do this in game 5 of this semifinal? Because that's one of the best games you'll ever see. How do you recap that game, man? Faster imp from Eric the Red to take the map control with Chukunu. Not common with Chinese at all. In fact, in every single matchup where it's been Meso versus Chinese, in the qualifiers and the tournament, the Chinese guy has gone Knights and Skirm. Breaks the meta, comes forward with castles. Yellow is able to get extra golds and relics early and push back those castles, then raid. At that point, you're thinking Eric the Red is dead, and he somehow does it, and it was with wood control. Of all things, wood control. Look at where yellow can get wood. It's all surrounded by purple. Unbelievable, man. Jeez. Well, guys, you were all privileged to see that game. If you hadn't heard of Hidden Cup before you arrived today, we don't actually know who the players are. We'll find out after the finals later today. This is just the semifinal. Here's a look at the achievements. Eric the Red had 1,600 units killed. The largest armies were very similar here. And just way more food. And funny enough, not more wood for Eric the Red. He just had more food. 115,000 to be exact. And Robin Hood had the relics as Aztecs, which is key. And the gold didn't give him enough, man. Can we even talk about where yellow went wrong? Or can we just say that those were two good players and it was a hell of a game?
I think it goes without saying those were two good players and it was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the Siege Onager and Onager research.
Yeah.
I think if he had spammed Eagles instead,
yeah,
he might have had a better chance.
I'm with you there. I think it could have been a little bit of overconfidence. We're going to get the civs up here in a moment, guys. So I know you just see a little symbol on your screen there. I'm going to get the civs up so you can see the draft. We didn't have the draft up before game one. I was told that if we didn't put the draft up before game one, it would be one of the best games we've ever seen. So I wasn't lied to. Game number 2 will now be one of the home maps for Robin Hood. And we actually haven't seen Robin Hood play on one of his home maps because he's never lost before that game. Oh, wait. I have Robin Hood with a victory. I'm sorry, chat. Just testing you, that's all. Yeah, so Eric the Red gets the win, sorry. Rooster and Scandinavia are maps that we saw in this tournament, so that's fine. And the civs are actually going to come up for us now. It's going to play through like an actual draft, but we'll soon see the civs that Robin Hood has available and Eric the Red has available. I think now that I'm looking at it behind the scenes, what to expect here, Dave? I would say Eric the Red might, if we're talking Rooster, would probably go Mongols. And then I think Robin Hood on Rooster would likely go for his Japanese pick, which you guys are about to see come up.
I don't know which one's better on Rooster. They're about the
close.
same.
Yeah, they're super close. Willis37 says 12,000 viewers. So proud, man. Thank you, Willis, for the 21 months, man. Saxo donated $5. Said congrats on 10K viewers. Amazing match, GG. Thank you, Saxo. Maganels has gifted a lot of people subs, not only today, but in previous days. Thank you again, Maganels. Insane, dude. Insane. Onion Duck did the same. That game was actually an hour long, so I'm going through an hour list here. Did Onion Duck gift 100 there? That's a lot. That's a lot. I'll find out the exact number. And chat, if you're not spamming hypes right now, I don't know what you're doing with your life, because that was ridiculous. If I miss you guys, I love you all. Thank you for being here. And don't go anywhere. Game number 2, Dave. Let's do this.
I hope it's as long as the first game, but I also hope it's not as long as the first game.
I mean, we hope it's as competitive, but we probably don't want all 5 games to go that long, because that was pretty extreme. Oh my goodness, man. It was a privilege to be able to cast that, though. Okay. Here we are. It is Rooster. It is game number 2 between Robin Hood, who we think might be Viper, and Eric the Red, who, well, we said Leary a lot, might be MBL. Eric the Red is playing as the Britons. What? Britons for Rooster? And
wait a second.
And then we have Japanese for Robin Hood?
What?
That's weird.
Why Britons? Why?
Only thing that I could think is maybe he wants to pressure on land, but you know what? He might want to save his Mongol pick for later on.
Maybe he doesn't feel confident in Rooster.
Mm-hmm.
If this is, let's say Eric the Red is hypothetically MBL.
Yeah.
And he's going up against someone he thinks might be Viper.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just not confident.
Maybe. I mean, why wouldn't you be after getting the win? But still, there has to be that in the back of your mind. There's a pause now, guys. And so we'll keep you updated there. Eric the Red is here. This map is called Rooster. Normally it's water focus, but maybe on this map there's a land avenue you could take. Yet again, I do think Eric the Red has got the short end of the stick with the maps. Both of his pigs are forward, and one of his golds are there. Does have pushable deer, and does have his gold and his stone, and also, of course, could go for his restart, which he didn't use in game 1, and it was a good move. Yeah, I saw their chat. They're talking about the map. They wanted multi-queue on, and that's pretty much about it. Not a lot of telling things here.
Robin Hood's got a really good, some really good gold placements there.
Yeah.
Outside of the range from the water.
For sure. Rooster, I've been surprised that so many pro players have picked it, because ever since its existence, it has always been iffy with some of the resource placements, because there's not a lot of space for land. So sometimes the map generation forces your gold or your boars or something far away. You know, saying that, the boar for Robin Hood is really far forward. He would have to get loom for that, Dave. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That is weird. I bet you... Did Robin Hood see that? They might be having conversation with admins about that one there. No, he doesn't know about it. I don't know. I mean, they're pausing ahead of time, right? Because there's a spec delay. And they would have paused right before 4 minutes. So it is possible that we'll see some type of a restart here. Anyway, Eric the Red is forward scouting. He scouts where the sheep are, which is good. And oh my god, if he wants to steal the pig, it's just a freebie right there. This would be like, you know, Robin Hood stealing the pig from Eric the Red in game 1. That one was almost a freebie. Okay, I'll take his pig now. And I kind of expect something around 4 minutes, like some chat or maybe a restart from one player. Yeah, look, yellow's gonna see the pig. Realize, okay, that's probably mine. And he might be having conversation with Robo right now. Let's see. No, I'm gonna tab out real quick, guys, to see the game room. Let me see what's going on here with this. They're playing. Okay, we're good. False alarm. False alarm. Everything was addressed. Doc will go up for both players now, Dave, so it looks like it's going to be a water build. Can we talk a bit about the whole Britons thing, though? Because it does not make too much sense on Rooster.
Unless you're going for some, like, archer transport strat.
Yeah.
I don't really see how Britons are going to be more useful on Rooster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, all Robin Hood needs to do is block his pig. Oh, shoot it again. Yeah, it'll take a little while to be brought in. Does he not see his other one, though? No, he's just taking the far one first so it doesn't get lamed. Gotcha. I don't know. If you think about Britons, they have the sheep bonus, so that's an eco bonus, which is helpful. They get full techs on water. I don't know if they get fast fire, but they could at least go for fires in Castle H and then go for Galleon. They're a great civ if you do get a foothold on this land because of their range. And they also have cheap TCs to boom. I guess it's not the worst civ ever to choose for this map.
No, it's definitely not the worst civ,
Yeah.
but there's a number of civs that are better.
For sure.
They do match up well against Japanese, though, on the land battle.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what he was thinking.
In the finals of Hidden Cup 1, MBL went for a risky pick in Goths, and he lost with it. You rarely see pros pick Goths. And in talking to him afterwards, he said it was because he was up against Viper, and he wanted to try something different because he's up against the best player. Eric the Red won the first game. He's chosen a non-meta civ for this map. Either he has prepared an awful lot here. This is actually not bad for Eric. Or maybe it is some like mental weakness, perhaps. Isn't that right, Dave? Who's totally not muted.
I'm looking at the feudal time, man. Eric the Red has the advantage.
Yeah.
With the Britons, the Japanese players should have the advantage here.
Normally.
But he's gonna have his fire galleys out way earlier. And they are close.
They're really close. Now, does Robin Hood know where the dock is? He doesn't know where the dock is. He can assume it's close because he sees the land. Eric the Red is going to find out, but... Oh, I thought he was scouting with the fishing ship. Yeah, this might be good for Britons, Dave. Because if they're this close, and Britons lose water to Japanese, which could happen because Japs are so good, you could go land more easily on a map like this.
One of the problems here is that even if he gets the fire galley out early, the Japanese fishing ships are tanks.
Yeah. And that's why I had said that I think that you'll probably see this go towards Robin Hood. Now, I don't like
Is he gonna
this.
lose a scout?
I think best case scenario for Robin Hood, he turns around and he hits Eric the Red first because he is not going to be in feudal first. Yeah.
That's a late second dock, too, from Eric the Red.
Well, he'll kill the scout for Robin Hood, which is important if he wants to go forward. And he hits feudal faster, so he's already on the way with his first fire galley. Dock was a bit late. Oh, okay, he went demo first, then canceled it, now is making fire galley. Gotcha. Fascinating stuff. Certainly slower than the end of the last game, man. Isn't there quite a build-up with Age 2? Thank God. I don't know if I could cast like that.
His gather point is set to the middle of the water, though, so he doesn't know where yellow's docks are.
Ooh.
It's going to be a bit later.
Oh my God, look at that. He could almost see it if his fishing ship just moved a little bit. Okay, he's coming over here now. Wait. Up, sees it. Good.
Look at these Japanese fishing ships. They're like, yeah, nuts. I don't care.
Yeah, they don't even need to micro. They don't need to move. Eric the Red needs to move his fish. And Eric the Red, Dave, he's on 2 docks. You can't even demo the fish, that's how strong they are. And all Robin Hood should do is split up his units here. And that's wise from Eric the Red to not rush the demo engagement. Just wait. I just don't like the build order. It's so much easier for Japanese to get multiple dock production.
It's so stupid how he's doing this, and he's pushing a deer at home. How good? Are you going to rub it in to all of us plebs?
Yeah, seriously. So 2 demos. Oh my God, demo from yellow. But 2 demos from Eric the Red. Robin Hood sees this. Did you just call me a pleb?
Us. We are all plebs.
So you did, alright. Just, oh my God, that demo could do so much damage. Alright, so it was 1-for-1 with the demos in the end. We'll have to talk about that after the cast. It's fine. Okay, pretty big difference.
Robin Hood,
go ahead, sorry.
Robin Hood actually repairing his fire ship as well. That's a good little touch.
So notice the economy differences. Eric the Red, he's building farms and he's pushing deer. Robin Hood is fully focused on water. That was a big explosion. I think Robin Hood's going to win water eventually. And Eric the Red is kind of expecting that, Dave. And that's why he's building the farms.
Not pushing the deer anymore. He's got to focus on this fight.
Pleb. Oh!
Demo?
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
It was okay for Eric. But just like that, with the close quarters water, Robin Hood is going to kill the fish. He's going to overwhelm Eric the Red, and now Robin Hood needs to wall, and he is. Smart thinking to wall up. Because that's what Eric the Red has to do now. Eric the Red has to invest into land, can maybe think about water later on. Kind of expected stuff here, that Japanese would win water.
Yeah, and Robin Hood's already started adding extra fishing ships, so... That's a huge advantage.
It seems pretty obvious now that Britons shouldn't fare well versus Japanese. But each player has home maps, each player has civ picks. Just can't help but think that Britons was never the plan for this map, you know? Really, really interesting.
I think Eric's going to be up first, though, and we'll see what he can do in early Castle Age. If he goes for some sort of land aggression, he's getting the Market Blacksmith up now, so...
I see that, and has 500 food. Probably should have pushed in the rest of those deer, but he'll get there. He'll use that market a little bit. I wouldn't mind to see a siege workshop here. I thought Robin Hood might even stonewall this. You could always dock on the backside and transport something. Just going crossbows wouldn't be an awful idea.
Well, yellow doesn't have a scout, so he can't keep an eye on the back of his base for transport.
Good point, yep.
So if purple sneaks around there, maybe a back dock, and then transport over.
I think Robin Hood has also thought about this. He dock blocked here. House walled palisade there, so he's fully aware of the situation now. And he'll be right up behind his opponent to the castle age, but Eric the Red is on the way up first.
Adding a third dock. Okay.
Well, he'll be faster to castle. So, if he's able to get the War Galley upgrade with considerable numbers, maybe he could go right back onto the water. It's important Robin Hood kills these units.
That demo could do some damage.
Nice move from Eric. That's what you need to do there. Just trade 1 for 1. Well, you know what, Dave? I really feel like Eric the Red, with this much time, could win water. And kill all the fish, because Castle Age Navy will kill the fish.
Yeah, and Robin Hood's not even up yet. I mean, he kind of took his foot off the gas on water there.
Yeah.
He's just clicking up now. He stopped producing the fire galleys because he just assumed that he had won. And now, Eric the Red coming forward, it has to have Robin Hood a bit worried here.
Yeah, for sure. Still, though, Eric the Red, I think, should back up. I'm so scared that he's going to get out microed, or that a demo is going to come in. Oh, I do see a transport, though, for Robin Hood. Now, he can't transport easily if he loses water, so he needs to be sneaky with that. And War Galley
Eric with a demo of his own
is now on the way. Oh! That's a good demo shot there. And the micro from Eric the Red to get away from the demo from Robin Hood. Okay, here comes the transport with archers. Where will it go for Robin Hood? He doesn't know that Eric the Red is walled. That's a bad transport! That's a bad transport! Eric the Red is already walled up! Oh my god.
He's turning this around.
He's definitely turning this one around. Can he win water now? That demo shot hits Robin Hood again. Robin Hood, who has the better water sieve, is getting overwhelmed.
And his archers, he's not even moving his archers. He's just keeping them at the wall,
yeah.
Letting Eric the Red know that was his plan. And it's backfired big time because he needed those resources to invest in more water.
Well, hold on a second, Dave. Oh my god. Oh my god. The transport's back.
Demo.
A demo's coming in, though, for Eric the Red. That's great. He actually killed one, and the rest are very weak. So well played. Great awareness, Eric. My god.
He's completely wiped him off of water. He needs to clean up those fish there, and he's gonna.
Yeah.
He's already killed one archer. He's probably gonna kill the other one with this villager.
Yeah. Unbelievable stuff from Eric the Red, who I don't think is Viper. I don't think so. I mean, we don't know yet, but it's not often that I think a player this dominant or playing this good is not the Viper. Dave, something to point out. With the cheap Britain TCs, Eric the Red is producing villagers out of 2 right now. He's also on stone, which tells me he might be looking for another one. But Robin Hood still has some water control, still has his fish, and he's making these demos and these fire galleys, so it's pretty close on water, I guess.
Yeah, Eric the Red stopped producing navy there.
Yeah. Well, I think he almost had to stop producing because he went for the eco approach with the TCs. So there's a danger in that. Oh my god! Robin Hood! Oh, the micro from Eric to respond.
He actually went for a siege workshop as well, and now he's getting stone, which tells me he wants to get that castle up.
Yeah.
And pressure yellow.
Would not surprise me at all, guys. Look at the amount of demo ships for Eric the Red. Now, it's hard to tell on water sometimes who is who, so I'm actually going to change the HP bars to the player's color.
Eric the Red mopped that up.
Yeah.
He mopped that navy up, and yellow's forced to retreat. He still hasn't killed the 3 fishing ships from yellow. That's a bit of a misplay.
Yeah, I think this is very even now. Robin Hood's added his second TC. He's had the fish. So the eco's probably pretty close. Still goes down to the fights and how the micro is. And oh, Robin Hood is getting crossbow and Bodkin, and he gets a nice demo shot in the center of the map. And there's crossbows on the left with Bodkin. So you got to be careful here with your villagers, Eric. I'm tense, man. I'm super tense. Oh, Eric's trying to chase down the demo. That's a good demo for Robin Hood. It's getting better for him, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, Eric kind of let... First, it was Robin Hood's turn to let his foot off the gas, and then Eric the Red did it as well. And Robin Hood taking back control of the water, but he has to retreat again. And the castle, he's got 100 stone to go before he can drop that castle.
Transport it. Transport it and drop the castle, please. That would be epic.
There go the crossbows from Robin Hood, cleaned up by the Mangonel.
Woo! What a game we have here, guys. It's 66 population to 64. Yet again,
he's coming forward.
Neck and neck.
He's coming forward with the castle, for sure. Just deleted the walls.
How forward is the question.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think if he builds it in front of that gold, then that gives him a very secure position throughout the game. I am worried for Eric. Oh my god. That's another good one for Robin Hood, but there's 2 more for Eric the Red. Robin Hood might have more units here, but the demos are there for Eric. And they... Oh, to the right. Boom! Huge demos.
Damn.
Yeah, really nice demos.
He's still thinking about the castle. Okay, now he's coming forward. Right on that gold, right on the shoreline. I like it.
Okay, there's a risk in this. If you collect stone that early, you're going to have a castle, but your villagers were not collecting food and gold, which you need for Imp. If you do it the way Robin Hood is doing it, he's collecting more food and gold right now to get Imp faster. Plus he has those fish, right? And then he could build a castle and treb this down. So basically prioritize what time you get the resources. And now Robin Hood, man, he seems to have pretty decent control over this water. And he can range some of the stone miners for Eric. So that castle's great for long-term stuff, but it's not so great to protect his main eco.
He's actually shifted into war galleys, and I think this might be a little bit too early. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. I think that Robin Hood's going to take the water here. I'm just curious to see what Eric the Red will try on land. Might see longbows and mangonels. Yeah, Eric the Red is doing just what he did in Feudal Age, Dave, where he's not winning the water, but he's trying his best to hold it while he goes for some land options. I think this is smart because if Robin Hood takes his foot off the gas again, he'll have the potential to surprise him.
He's making his 4th TC on that gold.
Britons, man.
And the villager count is really even.
Yeah, it's so close, isn't it? It's 70 to 70. These two are so evenly matched. It's sad that someone has to lose here. This feels like a final, doesn't it?
5th TC coming down for Eric the Red. That's why he chose Britons. He just wants the boom.
Yeah. Still a risk in that. The TCs are cheap, but you're producing more villagers, which costs more food and delays your Imp.
Here's the castle from Robin Hood. In between the stone and the gold. Very, very safe position.
Yep. So any pressure that might come in from Eric the Red will be pushed away. Dave, I think... I think it's trouble for Eric the Red. Basically, Robin Hood's going to imp faster with the way he's playing this. At least I think. And if he imps faster, he'll have all the water control, and he'll be able to make trebs to take down this castle in TC. So Eric the Red is going to have to withstand a lot of pressure from Robin Hood, and hope that his extra vills in the long run will pay off, which is tough on this map.
He's definitely got to shift his eco over to those wood lines on the left, where it's safe.
For sure, yep.
And Robin Hood should probably loop around a few war galleys to the other side, which I think he's doing right now. Might be considering doing anyway.
Yeah, smart thinking. Just to use your water control to affect the land. That horse collar upgrade was another Dave move there. Okay, there are a few longboats now for Eric. I'm glad he's doing this. Doesn't help out that much against the war galleys, but longbows... Did I say longboats? I think I did.
Yep.
Yeah, long bows could maybe work their way into Robin Hood's base and distract him. And Eric the Red just calls the GG. Yeah. Okay, so I think it's slightly early, but as I said, just look at the resources for Robin Hood. He's going to click Imp any moment. He would treb down this castle, and he would hold his control over water with Imp upgrades. That's what would go down. Eric the Red knew it. Also, I think part of the thing that played in the back of his mind was it might be Viper that's controlling Robin Hood, and the fact that Britons are not the meta civ for this map.
Mm-hmm. I think if he didn't add like 3 of those TCs, if he stayed like 2 TC, he could have stayed on water and he could have maybe gone up faster. The problem with that is that if you lose water, Robin Hood can just sit his war galleys where he's sitting right now in that choke point.
Yep.
And you can't push forward.
It's not, Rooster is not a map that you add 5 TCs on. If anything, it's a map you stay 2 TCs and then 3 TCs at most because you need to imp faster. So sure, he had 91 more villagers, but he would not have been an imp in time, and he would have been overwhelmed by galleons soon and trebuchets, and I think he knew that. That ties it up, Dave. Certainly not as long. That was only a half hour. The score is now 1-1. We are in the semifinals of Hidden Cup number 2. For those joining us, we don't know who the players are. I think we're looking at maybe MBL and Viper. But if this is MBL, I don't know where Leary ever was, Dave. So, either way, the next map played will be one of the home maps for Eric the Red. He has Huns, Slavs, and Mongols. I think he saved Mongols for Cup. I think that, well, maybe he saved Mongols for Robin Hood's home map, which is Scandi. And maybe he'll go Slavs on Cup or something. It's very contradictory, isn't it? That player called GG early in game 2 after the crazy game 1.
Maybe he did it because of the crazy game 1.
Yeah.
He's still feeling the pain.
Yeah, man. I'd be feeling the pain. Neekdell and Mark from Nerdary, thank you both for the Prime subs. Thank you, Zupiflag. Vresil, thank you guys for joining in with the subs, supporting the show here. Dave's here, chat. All right, Dave's here. You don't have to worry about it. Dave, I have a joke for you. This is from one of the viewers. Ready?
Hit me.
So if an illegal... Oh my god, I screwed it up already. I was 3 words into the joke, chat, and I ruined it. All right, I'll say it anyway. So if an Eagle Warrior goes to law school, does he become a legal warrior? Is that fake laughter? That's so fake.
It's so sarcastic.
That's rude. I didn't even make the joke. Oh shoot, I didn't leave the previous game. I have to rejoin this game room. Oh god. That's so bad. I was too busy telling dumb jokes.
Not as bad as that joke.
Hey, it wasn't mine. It was a viewer, all right? Chat, stop throwing tomatoes at me. Come on now. It was fine. Let me load up the game, guys. We'll get into game number 3. Dude, I'm pumped for this. One of the new maps that we added for this tournament. I'm pumped for this. So I'm catching up to the live game now. That's my fault for not being there at the very start. Eric the Red and Robin Hood. Game number 3 in a best of 5. Semifinals of Hidden Cup 2. Eric the Red has chosen the Huns for this awesome map. And then we have the Celts for Robin Hood. Dave, can you talk a bit about the map for people who might be seeing this for the first time?
So basically what's different about this map is that you have this water terrain in the middle that you can actually build on.
Yeah.
A lot of people decide to go for docks a bit later than you might think on a standard water map because they're so close.
Sorry, let me interrupt you here. It's choppy because I'm catching up to the game and we're watching a lame in choppiness, which is a new experience for us. Did the game pause for you? Oh, we're good.
No.
Okay, anyway, so lame for Eric the Red. MBL confirmed, right, chat? I'm sorry, Dave. Continue with your explanation.
I was just about to say, players are super close.
Yeah.
It gets really messy on this map, and we see lames a lot, but I'm not sure I love the lame on this map, to be honest.
Yeah,
because you need your scout.
Yeah, it's something you pointed out. If you do go for water, your opponent can use their scout to kill your fishing ships. And Eric the Red here goes for the lame because he's sticking true to his identity. But, you know, is he laming and also scouting for his pig?
I think so.
MBL confirmed. He's scouting for his resources while laming. This is so MBL.
He already has one pig under the TC, and he's timing it to perfection on when he gets the second one in, so it's optimal. He's gonna find 2 sheep. He's gonna find the boar in the back.
That's MBL.
Oh,
wait.
Man.
Oh, the boar stopped. If it starts running back, hold on.
He's laming, or he's taking his other.
Okay, he needs to hit it now. If it's MBL, he'll hit it while it's running back, and he just needs one hit, and he's fine. That's MBL. It's so MBL, man. Look at the timing on these. The timing on these is perfect. Oh my god. And
but yellow's there. Yellow could stop it now. He could be annoying.
Yeah, and look, Eric the Red's like, nope. You can try block it all you want. I'm not even gonna move, buddy. I'm not even gonna move. That pig is mine. I am the boar whisperer. Don't even try it, Robin Hood. We found him, man. And I feel a bit bad that we didn't say it was MBL earlier on in the series. Oh my god, dude. And listen, if it's MBL and Viper, they have like no lag whatsoever.
I love the recognition there from Eric the Red. He just sat. He didn't move at all.
So good. And Robin Hood is now down a pig. Which means his build order might change. He's looking for the dock, which you can do on this map. He sees the dock is going up. Eric the Red has already walled in his villager. The level of play you're seeing here today, guys, is off the charts. Oh my god! And Robin Hood has not scouted for his sheep, Dave. So he's down 2 sheep and a pig. He actually has to mill the deer.
Well, I mean, he's bringing the 2 sheep from Eric the Red in, but those are going to be pretty late. He's going to have no food under his TC.
This is so bad, and it's too late to call restart. So the lamer definitely gets some benefit here. There's no disadvantage. The weaker scout, worth it. It's the risk you take, man.
So here's the early fishing ships that haven't really benefited anyone in the cup games that I've seen.
Yeah.
Because, like you talked about, the other player can just come over with a scout and start hitting them, and you're delayed up.
I think Robin Hood I think he needs to drush or something. He needs to drush and wall. There's no way he can get feudal quickly here. Games are lost when you get lamed this badly. Is he going to find his sheep? I'm not sure. I mean, basically what happened was he thought he could counter lame Eric the Red, but Eric the Red brought in that pig before Robin Hood arrived. And he probably assumes now that his sheep were stolen as well.
You know what? He can get feudal right after this.
You're right. Just drops off the deer.
He's managed it perfectly.
Whoo, impressive.
Wow.
Real impressive. Still, though, now you have probably a safe fishing ship for Eric the Red. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. Eric the Red is definitely expecting a drush of some kind, though. Do you see how he's built these gates and walls? Is he going scouts? It kind of looks like a scout build to me. It's just really weird eco. Look at that.
What's up with the 1 fishing ship scouts, though? Like, why?
Why
make 1 fish?
Now, I guess. You and I have not been convinced with fishing in Dark Age, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's better to fish later on in the game, but fishing in Dark Age just allows Robin Hood to do this, you know? Just send that fishing ship over, or scout over, to attack the fishing ship.
He can wait for the next one.
Ooh, Dave. It's man-at-arms. And we have a forward dock coming from Robin Hood on the same side of this water. He kills a fishing ship, man. It's so dumb to fish in dark. Oh, wait.
Nope. He'll kill it eventually, though.
Yeah, it's going to have to drop the food off, so. There's the stable for Eric the Red. He doesn't have a ton of food, so he actually can't create any scouts right now, Dave. This is not good. This is not good. It was such a strong start, but his eco's off now. Man-at-arms for Robin Hood. He's recovered. really, really well.
Imagine how good of a position he'd be in right now if he didn't make that dock and those fishing ships.
Yeah, he would have farms, and then he could dock later. I guess Robin Hood has to dock, but Robin Hood's going to make a fire galley and finish off the fish pretty quickly.
You know, to be fair, Eric the Red foresaw this men-at-arms play. He walled up really early.
Yep. And Robin Hood has just ran right into the town center from Eric the Red. And Eric the Red will save his scout. I assume Robin Hood is going to dodge this. Yep, he dodges the TC.
Look at him. As soon as he saw those men-at-arms coming, he put the fishing ship in the safe location. It's not going to do much because the fire galley's out now.
Yeah, see, he doesn't know what's going on at Robin Hood's base, does he? And this is because he lamed. He has a weak scout. He can't scout safely. So smart from him to expect this. Great game sense. But he's paying the price for the pig steal.
Did he make a demo? No, he made a fire galley. Okay.
Who did?
Eric the Red. Is that a demo?
It's a demo. It's a demo. Yep. Okay. Oh, I like how Eric the Red got a hit on the scout from Robin Hood. Oh, that's not good, Robin Hood. That's twice now he's ran into the town center fire from Eric. Well, this is going to get cleaned up. Once it's 3 scout, well, maybe not, actually, because one of those scouts is weak. Eventually, this army will die, so Robin Hood can't do much with that. And Dave, he's been walling up his base. He's gone for the eco approach, hasn't he? And he has a slower civ, so I think it makes sense to wall like this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he lost half his HP to the town center. That was a bit sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to be in on the berries here?
Oh my goodness, he is in with Celt Man at Arms as well. So that villager should die as long as Robin Hood gets 1, 2. Yep, dead. Is there a hole there to the right of the mill? I think there is. Yellow could run it. Oh, there's not. Okay. Oh, interesting demo choice for Eric. He is focusing down 1 fire galley and the scout. Can't get the next fire galley because it's hiding in the pond there. Dave, we didn't get a chance to talk about Celts versus Huns, but I think this is where Huns need to shine. Feudal Age to Castle Age before it gets to Imp, before the Celt economy really starts to overwhelm the Huns.
Yeah, and Yellow's actually docked that bottom pond area, and he's making fishing ships there.
I love it. He knows he can do so freely at the moment. Just a few spears defending from the scouts could be good. See, this is the point we wanted docks. We want docks in Feudal Age, which is so different than most Age of Empires 2 maps. So 35 vills, which leaves Robin Hood 1 ahead. And he also has 3 fishing ships and great map control.
Did Purple make another fishing ship? I think he did.
Nah, I think that one's just been alive for a while. Because he had 2, he lost 1. I don't really remember. Yeah, it's gonna die now. And Yellow's walling up. Yeah, so there's 2 different ways you can play this. One way is to have a land civ and go aggressive on land. Oh my god! And it's working! Eric the Red will kill some fishing ships.
Demo raft coming out, though. He's got to be super careful with those scouts.
Oh my god. He's getting out of there, Dave.
He might come back. He might come back.
Oh! The house wall! Into the spearman at the very least. Does Eric see this? He does see it! Run, Eric! Run, Eric! Get away from the demo! Woo! Alright, that was close. I was sweating, man. I was sweating. Jeez. I can't even get my thought out. I'm trying to talk about how Huns, they're going to be the land aggressors here because they're faster. And then Celts need to probably play more of the water and keep their base walled and boom. And if anything, maybe crossbows and siege in Castle Age for aggression options.
Demo raft against the skirmishers.
Oh, that was so good. 4 skirmishers dead. Eric the Red has... He did well at the start, but he hasn't done well since then. Hopefully for him, he'll be able to snipe another fishing ship. There's possibility here. The scouts will kill it pretty quickly. And Robin Hood is sending infantry over to protect it. For now. Great game, Dave. And great recovery from Robin Hood, has to be said. After losing that much, to get to Feudal, to play the game like he has, to play the map with the water, really intelligent stuff. And it's a player who's prepared. Definitely.
Yep. And he's the first one on the way to Castle Age.
Oh, don't demo the dock. Okay, sometimes your demos will be on attack stance and they'll attack a dock. Still not totally convinced with the fish. So I wouldn't add any more if I were him. Having 3 ahead of your opponent is still something. I think that Eric the Red needs to be aggressive when he hits Castle Age. He's behind. Maybe he could go for a water option, or he could go for cav archers, knights, skirmishers.
It kind of feels like they're fighting over stuff that isn't really that important right now.
Well, it's space, isn't it? It's space and map control, which I think is extremely important on this map. If Robin Hood isn't able to keep these docks pumping out ships, if he's unable to keep Eric the Red from getting to his side, Eric the Red has Huns, and he'll have knights, cav archers, you name it, so... It's just purely positioning, I guess. This is funny micro, though. I love the micro from Eric the Red. Did you see that? He used the scout, the assist. Wow. And he even keeps that fire galley alive.
And he's got another one coming out. He's got 2 more at the bottom, so I think he's going to take control here. And if he actually makes a demo raft, Yellow has the archers coming across.
Yeah, so this is the importance of having the water. If Robin Hood has the water, then he can send his units across freely. He avoids the line of sight from Eric and is sending crossbows. And oh my god, Dave. Eric the Red, he's just counting on seeing anything that comes across. This could win the game. Honestly, this could win the game for Robin Hood.
He's got a skirmisher there. Maybe he can spot it. He can spot him now.
Can he react?
He didn't see him.
He didn't see it. No. So he'll lose at least 2 vills. 1. Oh, God. Oh, no, it's so bad. He reacts, but all the wood is on the back on Cup. So, Robin Hood, after getting 7 pickoffs, is going to try and go this way. Oh, my God. Robin Hood is destroying Eric with these crossbowmen. What a decision. Dave, I don't think that Eric the Red even knew there were archery ranges. Okay, I lied. He did know, but he didn't know the crossbows were coming. That was so well done.
Suspect it. I don't think he suspected it that early.
No. Yeah, he was hoping that he would have the skirms. He does have them now, but that puts him 12 villagers behind 25 minutes into a game. The crossbowman will go down, and this is comeback time for Eric. He really needs to get some control, and I think it has to be land. Trying to fight water versus Celts is complicated. Celts have that wood bonus, so maybe use your land bonuses here, Eric. Get into Robin Hood's base somehow.
You got to put on a lot of pressure here. I don't think you can win by defending and booming in the Hun's position.
Yeah, you have to do it with... You have to do it from Robin Hood's... Wait, what'd you say? Can you repeat that?
From Eric the Red's position.
Okay, Eric the Red's position. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
Robin Hood's position, you should defend and boom. And I love how Robin Hood has gone to stone. Just to build a castle or potentially stonewall once the going gets tough. I don't know though, man. First 2 games were super close. But with the Vill lead that Robin Hood has, and the fact he's on 3 TCs, and the fact he has docks, and the fact he's on stone, it looks near impossible for Eric to come back here.
He's got a demo in that dock waiting for these skirmishers too. Oh no!
Oh, okay. That's the threat right there. That's why you get the pawns in Feudal Age, not in Dark Age. Eric does have this little path he can walk on. Can he force Yellow to use that demo? Yellow even putting the demo on no attack stance. Really smart. Oh my god!
2 demos!
Oh my god! Oh, Jesus. That's got to be the game, right? That was a pathetic counterattack anyway for Eric. And Robin Hood swooped in with 2 demos on either side, deleted both of them, and the skirmishers just explode. 66 vills versus 49.
The pincer movement from both sides, unbelievable.
So
Didn't
good.
even have to fire a shot with the crossbows.
And now the crossbows will just walk on by. Because they can. Because Robin Hood has control of these pawns.
He's building a castle now.
I think this game's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
That castle will secure both sides of the water. Robin Hood is probably going to hit Imp now that it's 71 villagers versus 53. And Eric is only able to defend, and he knows it. He calls the GG. This is really interesting now. The first game was 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Eric the Red won. It was the best game I've probably ever seen. And now Robin Hood has had 2 relatively quick wins on maps that I think Eric the Red had plans for. He was just outmatched and overwhelmed. Where did it go wrong for Eric, Dave? I think the dock didn't make sense, right?
It delayed him way too much.
Yeah.
And then it was a liability. Like, he had to defend the fishing ships instead of going forward. It was just a nightmare. And those archers coming forward at exactly the right time.
All right. Well, that means that if Robin Hood wins the next game, he will move on to the finals to face off against Nobunaga, who won the other semifinals earlier. But I think Eric the Red certainly has the potential, man. He will be playing on another one of his home maps here. And that home map is going to be Gold Rush. All right. Which he has Slavs and Mongols available for. I'll bring up the achievements, though, first. 46 units killed for Robin Hood. Wow. Okay, just look at the resource difference. That tells you the whole story. After the crossbow raid, Robin Hood had such an excellent economy at home that he had 2,100 more wood, and he had more than double the amount of gold than his opponent. Yeah, Huns have to be the aggressor there in Castle Age. There's no way that you could try and come back when you're Huns.
I feel like even early Castle Age, he didn't recognize that. He was going like skirms, and maybe he should have invested more into more knights.
Well, I think he was behind at that point.
Yeah.
I think he was behind at that point because of the dock. Robin Hood had the faster castle time. Robin Hood was in a position to drop 3 TCs and had a dock on either side then. So what Eric failed with was getting control with scouts, and the dock made no sense. You don't build that dock in the 2 fishing ships. You get tons of farms. You get the scouts out earlier. You can get the skirmisher and archer transition earlier. And I think you could dock after that fact. But I just want to say, Robin Hood didn't have 2 of his sheep, and he didn't have a pig. And he figured out a way to come back in that game. That was super impressive. Taruno says, T90, why does no one play Britons? That was my favorite back when I played AoE. Well, Britons is not, to be honest, it's not a top tier pick. It's more mid tier. Eric the Red did play Britons, and he lost with Britons in this set. So they're just better civs. There's a lot of different civs with more versatile options. And better late games, I think. Britons can struggle in late game, depending. Hold on a moment, actually. I have to get Capture Age up. This is going to be an epic Civ matchup, Dave. Slavs versus Mayans.
Malians.
Oh, Malians? Whoop, my bad. Not looking at the game, I'm loading up Capture Age. That's my defense. Okay, here we are, guys. So, game number 4 between Eric the Red and Robin Hood. Eric the Red needs a victory to tie it up to take this to game 5. These two have been extremely good throughout the whole event. We thought that Eric the Red might be leery for a while. Now we're thinking it's probably MBL. And Robin Hood, that guess hasn't really changed. We're thinking the Viper. That said, though, 4 different players have been voted as the Viper throughout Hidden Cup 2. I think that many people just expect the winner to be Viper. So no one really knows, and we'll find out after the finals later today. Malians for Robin Hood. Slavs for Eric the Red. Thoughts on the civs, Dave?
We saw Slavs a lot, I think, in the last Hidden Cup, right?
We
on
did.
This map.
Yep.
And basically what you do is you just capitalize. You wall up and you capitalize on that farming bonus, and then you push out for the middle.
Okay.
But I don't know if he can do that here because the front of his base is so open, and the gold is so close to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, if it's Viper, Viper's known for his map hacks. I think that Eric the Red had a worse map on Rooster, and now he definitely has a better map on Gold Rush. And you know what? Eric also had a worse map on Arabia. So this evens it out a little bit, I think. Look how close Eric is to the gold. Normally, you get 7 tiles, so there's 4 tiles here for Eric the Red, and then there's 3 tiles, do you see his 3 tiles? Oh, here. But he could easily drop a town center on that big pile in the center.
I think in the last Hidden Cup, didn't Viper go Malian crossbows as well? I think someone went Malian crossbows.
All I remember is that in the finals between Viper and MBL, it was a Slav war on Gold Rush, and that was a sick game. I remember they both went into infantry, both had control of the hill with trebs, and tons of craziness.
He sees his villager from purple. It's going to be annoying.
That could actually house Eric the Red.
It will.
That's well done. Yeah, Eric the Red is getting loom.
God, that's annoying.
Just build another house, man.
This is MBL.
Oh, yeah, it feels like MVL in the purple. And oh my god, the revenge! Is Robin Hood going to steal this pig? He's thinking about it. Look at him.
We've had a lame in every game so far.
Oh, never mind. He's getting out of here. Yeah, I think he probably realized that Eric, if he was smart, could have trapped the scout. And oh my god, the hit! First hit goes to Robin Hood. Look at the scout HPs. Slight lead for Robin Hood. Eric the Red will have the villager, and Yellow realizes that and runs away. Lots of early pressure from Robin Hood. This is the revenge because Eric the Red stole his pig earlier. Dave, I'm expecting scouts from both, actually. I don't think Man-at-Arms is the play in Robin Hood's position. I think you have to go scouts into camels against Slavs.
You're too far away, I think, for the Men-at-Arms to make a difference.
Yep. He sees the gold, though. Maybe this is a tell that Robin Hood isn't Viper. Because if it was Viper, I feel like he'd have Eric the Red's map.
Yeah, maybe.
Remember casting Masters of Arena back in the day? Every map felt like Viper would have the extra golds. Oh, Eric the Red is hoping to bait Robin Hood into the TC fire, and Robin Hood's too smart.
Look at this little back and forth between these two. I'd love to see Eric the Red stop this, though. He needs to go forward, figure out what Robin Hood's map looks like.
I agree. Well, the feudal times will be extremely important because in Feudal Age you get extra speed on your scout and attack. So while Eric the Red is behind the HP, if he hits feudal slightly faster and gets the hits in, could kill that. Wow, that's a lot of farms for Robin Hood. I'm not so sure. This looks like a fast castle build.
I think it is. Look at those walls, too.
Yeah. No risk that he'll lose any villagers to the enemy scout now that it's weak. Is this a fast castle for Eric? No, Eric's going to feudal. Okay. Feudal Age scouts probably for Eric the Red, which is what I thought that both would do. And Robin Hood is up 2-1 in the semifinal. And he's going for something, I'd say different. I wouldn't say that this is the norm to go fast castle on this map, Dave.
No, we saw, who did it yesterday? Nobunaga, I think, did a fast castle.
Oh man, I'm exhausted and I forget. We casted 4 sets of games yesterday, I forget.
It was a Huns player did a fast castle on this map.
Oh, it was Drush fast castle.
Straight FC.
Well, he did go Drush, didn't he?
No, he didn't go Drush. The other guy went Drush FC.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he went Drush and then into Cav Archers, and it worked out for him, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Robin Hood needs to keep his... He either needs to fight now, or needs to keep his scout away from Eric, because Eric will hit feudal and will win any scout fight then. This is a risky map to try Drush Fast Castle. This is greedy for Robin Hood, man. Forward stones. 4 of his 7 tiles of gold at his base are towerable. Even the other gold is towerable, but it's smart for him to choose the back one.
Well, dude, it's not even Drush Fast Castle. It's just Fast Castle.
Yeah, just FC. Sorry, my brain's in... I'm kind of in cruise control right now.
stable coming down from Eric the Red. I think yellow can get away with this because like what are the scouts gonna do? He's not gonna be able to get in the wall. He's not gonna be able to put enough pressure on yellow.
If he comes forward in towers, that's what you need to do. You'll have full map control with scouts. Now the timing on this is important. When you come forward is important because you'll delay your economy if you do it too early. Would not surprise me to see him send the 4 villagers from the berries forward soon to start building towers on top of Robin Hood.
And you can see Robin Hood realizes that's a danger. He's keeping a scout in front of Purple's base, looking for those villagers coming forward.
Yeah, and he's doing that. Now he's not in Feudal yet, so he could lose his scout. Oh, he hits Feudal. He can get away for a while. Yeah, that'll be annoying at least. Distract Eric as long as possible from pushing.
He's going to have the perfect amount of red. He's going to be in castle so quickly here.
Full walled. It's a good strategy with Malians. It's a really nice strategy. I would love to see Yellow make a spear and try and lure up the Jags. He scouted them. Lure up the Jags and send them to Eric the Red's base. That would be so funny.
So he's going archer range. Okay.
I think Slavs should be able to hold against this. I've seen it so many times in Arabia. This is I keep wanting to say Drush FC. This is fast castle crossbows. But
see, my problem with fast castle crossbows is it's so hard to do that damage early.
Yeah.
If you go fast castle knights, then you have potential to get that power spike.
Yep.
But with the crossbows, it just takes so much time, and by the time he's there with his upgraded units, Purple's probably going to be in Castle Age himself.
With the Slav farmers and stronger eco because he'll have that wheelbarrow upgrade. That's not something you get if you go for this faster castle strat. Important to see that Eric has scouted the range, sees the archer, so he could either mass enough scouts to deal with this, or he could prepare a few skirmishers. And for now, it's just scouts and farms and farms and farms with the fastest farming civ in the game.
He's queuing up more scouts. He has to know that this is fast castle.
Yeah, but if he takes an engagement versus the 5 or 6 crossbows that Robin Hood gets, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I foresee happening. Eric the Red's creating quite a few scouts, which will lengthen his stay in Feudal Age. But it could be enough to take a fight and kill Robin Hood's army. Then Robin Hood, realizing that, will probably add a second town center and try and gain a Vil lead. And by the time Eric the Red gets to Castle Age, he might be a few Vils behind and will continue to pressure. That's what I'm guessing, but I don't know how much Robin Hood is going to commit to the attack. Maybe he'll go to the TCs nice and early. Or maybe he'll go for more crossbows.
Second stable coming down. Scouts still coming out. He saw the Castle Age come in, hasn't canceled the scouts.
Okay, now it's getting weird, Dave.
It was weird to begin with.
Yeah.
He's getting scale barding now. Bloodlines. Oh, what an investment here in Feudal Age. He wants to clear up these crossbows early. And he wants to surprise Robin Hood as well. I think when scale barding and bloodlines comes in, he needs to pull these scouts away so Robin Hood doesn't see that upgrade.
I would normally agree with that, but Robin Hood's kind of halfway across the map already, so he's screwed either way, right? Even if he sees it, he's probably going to lose these units. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's so many.
He's like, I'm getting out of here.
Now sit in that one tile gap in the gold, crossbows. Yeah, he's going to do it. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Only one scout can hit. Oh my god. Okay, 2 scouts can hit. That's so much value, though. To be able to do that much damage is ridiculous. Smart play from Robin Hood to sit there, and Dave, he's doing exactly what I said. He's adding the TCs. This could be problematic for Eric if he doesn't get up to Castle Age soon himself. He's closing in now, though.
And Robin Hood knew that Eric would loop back, so he's just going to keep sitting in that area. That's so annoying.
That's so good. But man, only with Slavs can you make that many scouts, get that many upgrades, and click up to Castle Age that quickly. I think it was a bit unnecessary, though. Don't you?
Yeah, I think he was trying to mix it up a bit. So I understand he's adding his 3rd stable now, and he's on the way to Castle Age. He's going to have a really good eco here. He's going to go Knight Skirm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how would you normally secure the center of Gold Rush? You would build a castle. Look where the stones are for Robin Hood. So Robin Hood doesn't really have a castle in his near future. What he will have is a lot of vills. But I'm not sure that crossbow and pikemen could beat a mass amount. Oh, to be light cap. MBL confirmed. Could beat the amount of units that Eric the Red is going to have. And it's all about taking the center because that's where the gold is. And it's so far away for Robin Hood.
Were you with me? I think I might have been watching it like late at night. One night where I saw MBL go only light cav with like 5 sables with Slavs.
Yes.
1 TC.
MBL has some pretty strong opinions about Slavs. If he's ever playing a game and he ends up being against Slavs, he'll be like, oh my god, Civ win. You do a better MBL voice than me, but Civ win. So he feels like Slavs should beat every Civ in the game.
That's so many.
That is so many. But it actually... It'll be a masterclass if it works, because again, I don't think Robin Hood's going to expect this. Robin Hood should see these are new scouts, and now it's just about value again. How much can Robin Hood distract Eric the Red while he booms at home? Eric the Red arriving to try and kill Robin Hood's reinforcements, attacking the house. Robin Hood attacks the scouts. Do you see the light cav upgrade coming? No, he's going for knights first.
He doesn't have the goal.
Really awkward position for Eric the Red, but he'll clean this up now. He'll come in, he'll fight this, and he'll clean this up. All the army for Robin Hood is going to die. No doubt about it. I think it's worth it, Dave. I think it's worth it. That's a lot of army, and Robin Hood can't get to the center now. What do you do?
He's got catching up to do. He's got a lot of catching up to do military-wise. He's got to play super safe here. Doesn't have access to the stones.
Yep.
Doesn't have the military production buildings to keep up. He's just now dropping barracks. And if purple keeps flooding units, it might snowball here on yellow.
Go in! I think Robin Hood intentionally baited Eric the Red there, saying, hey, come on in, come on in. No, sorry. Door's closed. Notice how that barracks has a flag on it. I bet you that Eric the Red is expecting pikemen now. That has to be the choice. Pikemen and crossbow for Robin Hood. I think mass knights and light cav could still kill the pikemen though, depending on the numbers. It's not a lot of space here for Robin Hood, man. This strategy gave Eric the Red full map control on a map that's all about map control. Okay.
He's attacking simultaneously 2 different locations. Let's see if Robin Hood notices the attack on the right.
I think he wants it to happen, actually. It just sit the pikes there and say, hey, come on in. And Eric the Red says, no, thank you.
Eric the Red's been housed quite a bit.
I noticed the same from Robin Hood a moment ago, though. He's actually running out of space for houses, though. So it's not forgetting, it's just lack of space.
And man-at-arm upgrade coming in from Eric the Red. Will he go longswords to counter the pikemen?
He should. He should go. Oh, and he runs in with the light cav just to be annoying. There's some potential with this to snipe vills. Yeah.
Gets in on that backwood line.
Robin Hood doesn't even try to quick wall it. These light cav are too fast. This is also precious scouting intel, at the very least. Okay, 1 vill's killed, and about 10 were idled, and he'll run right over. He's also keeping yellow away from the center, Dave. This is good stuff for Eric the Red. Super good stuff.
And a Scorpion coming out from the Siege Workshop. What a mix-up in terms of army composition from Eric the Red.
This is where it gets dangerous, though, I think, because he lost some of his light cap. Good engagements, though, versus the crossbowman. What is Robin Hood doing here with his crossbows? Just gonna lose these. For a guy who's controlled them so well in this game, that was nasty. Just man-at-arms now. No longswordsman yet. Okay, longswordsman is on the way. But what do you need against longswordsman in Robin Hood shoes? You would need the crossbows.
Yeah, and he's actually going out to the stone now.
Okay. Yeah, so he realizes he's getting the map back. And that's not 3 or 4 vills to the stone. That is 10 vills to stone. He knows he needs it. This is fascinating stuff, man. I love the difference in strats. One player went macro, so one player went for eco. The other player went for the more aggressive approach. Snipe the Mangonel.
He juked the pikes.
Wow. Nice job, Eric the Red. Again, using that speed. Split! Okay. Wait, no, it's all part of the plan. Does he see that? He's gonna try and juke again to go back for that Mangonel, I'm sure.
Okay, now yellow sees the pikemen, sees the scorpions. He's like, nope, I am out of here.
Yeah, and now you need to have some more crossbows, I think. Or you go for your own infantry.
He's going for his own longswords here. What a weird game.
This is actually very smart from yellow. And probably his best decision. With this many pikes and maybe 10 longswordsmen of his own, could be a fight he could win. And then maybe the timing will be right where he could build a castle in the center.
Look at the way the gold's positioned, though. It's so close to Eric the Red. And Robin Hood, even if he builds a castle there, it's going to be tough for him to take any of those golds.
This is such a Viper style way to play. He almost always gives his opponent the map on Gold Rush, and then will like flood all in Castle Age with castle pressure. We saw it from Robin Hood, didn't we? Against, shoot, who was it? Do you remember the game where Robin Hood got the middle? We thought he was behind. He ended up snagging the middle, built a castle forward.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I think he'll do the same thing here, but you know what? Robin Hood does not have longswordsmen yet. This is really tough to call. I'll change the HP bars so you could see, and also you could see how much HP is around for each army. An absolute massacre. Eric the Red's timing was perfect. Look at that, man. Now, where's Robin Hood going to build that castle? He can't build it forward, and he won't get access to gold.
He's going to have to be forced. He's going to be forced to build it defensively, and that's not where you want it to be.
Nope. Maybe the Mangonels can save him. He goes for an attack round. That's decent. Goes for a second one and misses. I don't think Eric the Red should be... He doesn't have to be fighting this, Dave, right?
No, that's a mistake.
Oh my god! Oh, I thought it was a castle on the hill. You know, I really thought he was going to place a castle there. He's placing a siege workshop. Yeah, no reason to be that aggressive, though. Just hold the hill. No need to fight there and give yellow a way back into it with Mangonel shots. I think a bit of an overreaction. And oh my god!
Castle from yellow! Oh!
But the units are pathing an awkward way!
Mangonels.
And Eric the Red will snipe both Mangonels! So he'll still hold the hill, and now yellow thinks, okay, I can't place that castle yet. What are the upgrades?
What an unbelievable turnaround here.
Well, this game could rival the first one, man. What does yellow do now, Dave? He has to flood in Castle Age. He can't go imp, right?
I don't think he can afford to go imp, because he puts the defensive castle down, and then he runs out of gold.
Yeah.
So
that is one thing that Eric the Red should have been prioritizing more here. We saw how he sent the knights in. Why not send the knight over to the stone? Just one. What a fascinating fight here. Again, it's going to be close. And again, Eric the Red is going to win. Because of the hill, Dave. Because of the numbers. He wins another fight here. Now, he needs that patience. He's running into some crossbowmen. Needs to back up to the top of the hill. Wait for his own Mangonel. Honestly, if Eric the Red just castles the center, he has the game. Holds here and castles the center.
Yeah, he doesn't have near enough stone for that. And I wonder if yellow... He's just waiting. He's waiting till he has the ideal position, and then he's going to go try and place that castle on the hill again.
I can't even cast because this is so freaking enjoyable. Yellow split 20 seconds ago, and then the attack round there from purple, and the Mangonel micro again. And that time he misses. Back and forth, trading blows, and Robin Hood might make his way up the hill finally. Filthy micro from both. Filthy micro all around. Robin Hood's getting that hill, Dave. He has the stone.
Eric the Red stopped producing longswords. He just stopped.
Might have had something to do with the micro. He's making knights. He's making longswords.
Here comes the castle.
Oh my god, he should know yellow's going to try and get the center. He sees the villagers. That's a lot of knights. I think that Robin Hood will fail with this castle, Dave.
I don't know. I don't know. There's the pikemen, the Mangonels, the longswords.
Run, Eric. Get to the center quickly. That's a lot of villagers building this castle. It's at 20%. He actually deletes his siege workshop so he can group in here. He kills one Mangonel. Send in your other Mangonel, Eric. He's not being fast enough.
The knights are looping around, though. He could kill the Mangonel and then target the villagers.
There's a few pikemen there. The long swords are there. The Mangonel shot actually misses for Robin Hood. The castle's at 70%. The Mangonel's here for Eric the Red. Is it a doubt castle for who we think is Viper? 89%. He's tapping it, man. He's going doubt style.
He's smashing the mouse.
97% for Robin Hood. 99%. With 2 villagers, the castle goes up and will change the entire game. Eric the Red does not have his own castle yet, Dave. He can't secure his side. He needs a castle on the other side of this gold quick, and I think both of them need the Imperial Age.
I think that might be the series, right? Like, he could have stopped that castle for sure if he had just retargeted his knights.
I mean, once again, it's so tough to judge a player when they're able to do so much. But it definitely feels like the potential was there to stop that castle. If you would have got that Mangonel there a bit earlier, if you would have got a knight there a bit earlier, just stop the castle.
Is he going to buy himself a castle of his own? Because, I mean, what I was talking about earlier, yellow still can't take that gold reliably.
Correct.
And he's out at his base.
But he's on his way to Imp, Dave. He's on his way to the Imperial Age after all of the Vil losses, after everything.
Look how much gold he's going to have, though. He's going to have nothing. He's trying to go out for the relics now, I think. He made a monk.
Mm-hmm. This is very similar. Robin Hood likes this style. I think Robin Hood is going to be in 2 of the best games of the event. The El Dorado game yesterday versus Genghis Khan.
Another castle.
Was really good. Nice attack rounds from... Let's face it, that's MBL right there. Yeah, 2 castles, which means he could just get gold for Trebs, maybe. Eric the Red's on the way up, Dave. And where will he build his castle? He has to be careful where he places this.
That Mangonel shot, he deleted it!
Oh my god!
He was shooting up the hill, he deleted it so that he wouldn't get punished by the hill bonus.
1 for 2. Hold on a second. It's Eric the Red's turn to build a risky castle. And not gonna happen. Robin Hood's patrolling here. My goodness, dude. He can take the gold. He can take the gold reliably. There's no castle here in the center for Eric the Red. This is trouble for Eric.
He's got no gold initially, though, when he hits Imperial Age. He's got 73 gold.
Good point. Yep. Just needs 400 for a Treb out of each castle. And now Robin Hood sees that Eric's trying to build a castle. Oh, God. See, like, that castle's not going to work. It's just going to get Treb down. The timing is just impeccable. And you have to say, a bit of good fortune as well for Robin Hood.
Yeah, Eric the Red was so indecisive with where he was going to put his first castle.
There were 2 instances. When he had that hill initially, he sent in his winning force of longswords into Mangonels, and then I think the instance where he didn't deny the castle. I think he's going to live to regret that, Dave, because 2 Trebs are on the way for Robin Hood. He is collecting some of this gold. I imagine Eric the Red's castle is going to go down. What do you do in Eric the Red's position? What do you make?
He's trying to raid with some longswords, and he's got a lot of knights in his stables, but...
A castle.
I don't know, he's making a watchtower on the gold, gonna try and prevent yellow from taking it.
Yeah. I like that, just to keep it away from him for as long as he can. He's getting chain barding. I believe that with chain barding, he will go for Cavalier. Without access to... Well, we shouldn't say without access to gold. He doesn't have a lot of gold in his near future.
Yellow's off the gold now.
Yep, for the moment, yellow needs to reposition. He'll kill the castle, and then he'll go for the tower, take the gold back. But what will yellow do? Yellow's going for hand cannons. Hand cannons and pikemen. The hand cannons are already here, and Eric the Red loses those long swords. Cavalier aren't that bad versus hand cannons, and I don't know if Robin Hood is expecting it.
Let's go and bombard cannon again as well.
Also, Eric could take the 3 tiles of gold to the north if he loses the center. Potentially. You can't even ram push down Malian castles because they can make Gebettos. So it's tough. You almost need your own castle to make trebs out of. And Eric does not have that. Maybe he can avoid the censor and raid Robin Hood's eco, but Robin Hood, he's built castles in all his vulnerable areas. He's expecting
If Robin
that.
Hood overextends here, if he overextends with the trebs and the bomber cannons, okay, here come the Cavalier now. Soon to be Cavalier.
Yep. Plate barding is already in, so it's not that bad of an idea to take a fight now. Yep, the hand cannons die. The pikemen die. The population is still in favor of Robin Hood, as is the position, but that was something. That bombard cannon hiding, and rams. Okay, Eric the Red wants to ram. Oh, and nice Mangonel shots on the gold villagers. That's quite a few kills.
That's his only gold eco, and he's going for a pretty gold-intensive army here. And
Eric the Red has gold as well. So Cavalier means that Yellow will need more pikemen. He's queuing up the pikemen. Eric the Red is actually making long swordsmen as well as Cavalier. It's an interesting mix. We're literally 3 viewers away from 13K, by the way.
Oh my god.
So, Eric the Red, keep fighting, my friend. Keep fighting so we can make history here today. Robin Hood's gonna build another castle! And that's just it, Dave. Like, if the castles go up, you can't stop 3 castles from this position. And there's the cleanup. The trebs unpack. Robin Hood is confident. And he will push Eric the Red off of gold in Gold Rush. I don't see a way back for Eric. I wish I could see a way back for him, man, because he could have had this game. And the series has been so epic. It definitely feels like we have MBL and Viper on our hands. He'll be out of gold. Yellow even sees the other 3 tile gold. And I think you can see the difference between prioritizing the pushes. I believe Eric should have stole that stone away from Robin Hood earlier when he was forward. He just let Robin Hood take the stone after knowing it was all there. 120 population for Eric the Red. 170 for Robin Hood, and now Camel. That's going to be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, there's no chance. Camel, hand cannon, pike. The Slav player would need to have Halberdier, Siege Onager to deal with this.
Yeah, which of course would mean he would need gold. And how did we get to this point? How did Robin Hood get so much of this map? Crazy. Now the Scorpion's actually well done for Eric the Red.
Wow.
Yeah, that was surprisingly good.
Can he push back? Can he take the trebs?
Well, I think he's going to push back a few times, but he can't kill the castles. That's the concern. He could take a few good fights.
Oh, the Jaguars in the north! Oh no!
Oh, it's getting worse for Eric! The Jags have a hill advantage versus him.
Even Mother Nature.
Look away, kids.
Oh.
It's getting worse. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Dave, he's researching Capped Ram. He's researching Pikeman, so he's going towards what he would want. But how's he gonna get the res for it, man? He can't do any damage to Robin Hood. Look at Robin Hood's economy. Ridiculous. After being in one small corner the whole game.
Robin Hood is playing with an incredible amount of confidence. You could just see the way he positions his units.
Yeah.
The places he's building his castles. The unit composition he's going with. So much confidence.
The only vulnerable area for Robin Hood, after how he set up his base, would be the flanks. And we
Eric
do
the Red's
see,
going there.
yeah, 4 Cavaliers. So a few Vil kills here would be nice. But I keep thinking about the front. I keep thinking about the lack of gold for Eric.
And Robin Hood keeps going to that 3-tile gold on the right side too.
Yeah, and that's one of the differences between the two here. Eric should have pressured the stone earlier, I think. Oh my god! You know, this one Cavalier has lured the Jaguars to Robin Hood's base. So Robin Hood not only has to deal with Cavalier, but he has to deal with the environment. Okay. Siege Ram! Siege Ram for Eric!
He's trying!
He's trying, man. Definitely. I just feel like Robin Hood should know he can create these units non-stop, and I'm just kind of waiting for another castle. Either a castle on the right to secure the flank if he's worried, or on the left to secure the flank. Or just right here on the gold that Eric the Red is trying to sneak away with. Unbelievable series, though. I feel pain for whoever Eric the Red is, because he is not that far off from Robin Hood at all, you know? Could have easily won this game. Had an incredible game one. Had the game plan here, which I think was a correct game plan. Nice friendly fire there, Robin Hood. Like, Robin Hood is not a perfect player, but over the course of a best of 5, you just have to be slightly more perfect than the other.
Oh, here's the death castle right here.
Yeah. He's getting everything. He'll go champion. He has the gold to do whatever he wants.
Castle on either side. Oh my goodness. GG. Good luck next.
Yep. Wow, 2 castles there. Eric the Red says, good games. Good luck next. I don't know if Eric the Red is going to bring up the stream right now, but he might watch the VOD. He might watch the YouTube video. We don't know who he is yet, but chat, could we please throw him some salutes? Because that was ridiculous. Not only have we made Age of Empires 2 history today, but this best of 5 was ridiculously high level. So Robin Hood moves on to the final of Hidden Cup 2 to face Nobunaga, who, funny enough, a lot of people thought Nobunaga was MBL. So, I don't think we know, man. Maybe Vivi, maybe Max. We don't know who's facing who yet. I could not be more pumped right now, guys. That was just the semifinal. Yeah, that's an amazing number of people. It's an amazing number of salutes. Well played, Eric. Dave, are you ready for the final?
After this set? I need a break, and then we're good.
Yeah, we're both gonna take some breaks here. So I recognize that our viewer number, which is already set records, is probably gonna dip down a little bit. But guys, we're gonna be back in around 15 minutes. Not only do we need breaks because we've been casting all day, but the Robin Hood player will need a break because he just played that best of 5. So during the break, I'm actually going to play some of the player showcases that I've already played throughout the stream. If you don't know the age scene all that much, if you're kind of curious what the quirks are for each player, these videos will give you an idea and hopefully give you a laugh. Oh, we have to do a vote first, don't we? Well, I guess we've done this before, but we'll do a vote again, yes. Before we do that though, chat, let me bring up the achievements. Okay, so here are the achievements. Such a fascinating strategy choice from Robin Hood. I really feel like Eric slightly threw there and he had the potential. So close. Such fine margins in this game. The KD was even. The gold was somewhat even. Obviously, Robin Hood got the golden imp. He didn't have it for a while. Just a sick... Oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry, I misclicked it. Here you go. Sorry. T90 blind. There you go. There's the KD, right? Here's the eco difference. Eric had so much gold before Robin Hood could. Just Robin Hood was able to secure the middle. Eric should have gone for castles. Either build his own castles earlier or just deny the stone of Robin Hood. This stone was the difference maker in my eyes. What a sick set of games. And the final's coming up. Let's get those polls going, though. All right, chat, we're going to vote for Robin Hood first. Who do you think he is? There are 16 participants in Hidden Cup 2, and there will be 16 options. All 13,000 of you can use my chat to type a number to guess. I'm just going to assume that a high percentage of people are going to say Viper or Leary for this, maybe even MBL. Wouldn't it be something if Robin Hood was MBL the whole time?
I can't.
I don't see.
I don't know. I can't see Leary or Viper going for the 3 stable scouts.
Yeah,
like have.
Mm-hmm. Felt like MBL, but where's Leary? If that's MBL and Viper, where's Leary? Who was he? Is he Nobunaga? Is it about to be a Viper and Leary final?
It very well could be. I mean, Robin Hood could have been Leary.
Yes, I know. We don't truly know. We're just guessing.
I think I'm like 99% that Eric the Red was MBL, which is unfortunate because he came in second last Hidden Cup.
Yeah. We'll find out after the final, guys. Lots of people voting Viper right now. Not so many people voting Leary. Chat was moving so fast that when Caddy Matt gifted 20 subs and when Ducks gifted 20 subs, we couldn't even see the notification in the chat. Thank you both for gifting subs. There's a lot of people who are subs in my channel right now who should be thanking people. Make sure you do that, please. The community's been too good.